Hello and welcome to podcast number 56.
56!
We're going to be catching up with the recent film and TV shows we've watched before going over the latest film news. In the second part of the podcast, we are going to be having a review and a discussion of Evil Dead Rise. And then, of course, in the third part of the podcast, we will be answering your questions. Ian, Andy, good to have you here.
Yeah.
How you been?
Oh man, busy as fuck over the last month. I am brimming to my holidays coming up soon. I'm like, well, by the time this goes live to go up for YouTube,
Hopefully a day or two from
day
here.
or two, I'll be like a week away from getting my weekends back for 15 weekends paid. Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
Say
Hang on,
again.
you're that.
And then my
working
other,
smart, dude.
and then my other holiday will come up in about 6 or 7 weeks, so I'll be off for like 6 weeks, being paid from 2 jobs and not having to work. Well, other than obviously doing the show, but I did manage to actually write down a list of stuff because I wanted to talk about. Because
Awesome.
obviously I never do because half the time I'm
Well, it's usually I've worked and wrestled and or watched wrestling.
and watch
and that's it.
wrestling, working and watching wrestling, you know, and just fucking doing shit.
Or we're like, hey, tell us 10 things. And you're like, here's 5.
Well, you know, I'm busy.
3 of them are doubled up. Whatever.
So last week I was really happy because I bought the Clerks trilogy on DVD and I sat down and watched all 3 Clerks movies back to back in one evening. My God, emotional. I mean, I was talking
This
to
is
you
the
on.
night where you were like, I was going to FaceTime you.
Yeah, I was going to call you, and then I watched
couldn't call
too
you.
emotional. I was watching fucking.
I was
Clerks.
like, okay.
Man, I'm telling you, what I said to you on the phone, it was like watching the first one is like looking at like grunge era cinema, you know, 1994, black and white. Fucking the second one, 2004, which I hadn't seen in ages. That's like new, what was it? We said new
Like new
metal,
metal.
like
Yeah.
emo fucking music of that time. And then the third movie made me feel like the old man looking back at those times going, man, I remember when music was cool.
Especially with how bad the music cues are in that movie.
I said it to Gary recently. I'm going around and I'm just gonna get all the View Askew movies of Kevin Smith.
Oh, fucking good luck, dude.
Well, yeah, I got Dogma.
Well, that's the
I was
hardest
going
one
to
to
say,
get.
oh, you
Managed to get
alright.
Dogma.
You got the Golden Charizard. Well done.
I got Dogma for £6. I got More Rats at Home. Jimmy
what?
Silent Bob on DVD.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Man, oh man, I'm gonna
They
big up.
didn't know what they had.
Auction that off.
Man,
Fucking hell.
I'm gonna big up the place CEX. I don't know if people they call it Sex in America. I don't know if you ever hear the radio advert.
Well, I
Come
mean,
to Sex and buy stuff.
I
I'm
mean,
like,
technically,
what?
If we pronounced it, I suppose we'd call it sex as well, but
Yeah.
we just
Well,
say it,
we
spell it
call it-
out.
yeah, we call it
because we're British.
We're too embarrassed
Yeah.
to say.
Man, I got well. For those of you live watching the podcast, you'll be able to see this. But obviously, if you're just listening to the audio, I got a Dark Star UMD, John Carpenter's Dark Star for the PSP.
I haven't seen a fucking UMD.
I know, mate. I still got mine. And
Look at this dead tech.
Yeah, we were talking about tech earlier. I've
Super
recently bought my
retro.
PSP again.
Check this out.
Yeah, again, just be careful with the case because obviously the cases were kind of really flimsy and loose and it's.
Look at this fucking shit.
You gotta love it.
Look at this.
Man, that is John
You
Carpenter's.
can fit a whole movie on there?
That is John Carpenter's first movie. Like, I was just going through CX's website looking at DVDs and shit that I wanted to buy.
My smartwatch vibrated like it was like, there's some strange ancient alien tech near me. What the fuck?
And
Calm down.
I was-
Actual technology.
I was
Don't
actually
worry.
looking to get Halloween. I was looking to get Halloween for the PSP.
Yeah.
Because I thought it would be just cool to get that in my collection. And I saw this and I was just like... just on the fact alone that I'm a John Carpenter fan, the fact that when he made this film, it was a college project that he made on a shoestring budget
Yeah.
that barely anybody actually watched. That somebody went, you know what would look good on the PSP? John Carpenter's
Yeah, because
Dark
they were
Star.
like, the smaller the screen, the
The
better.
Oh, fucking, yeah.
That's
Just
fucking
absolutely love
sweet,
that.
dude. That's fucking sweet.
Man, obviously I've got to show off as well for the Twitch lot, my new T-shirt as well. It's the Thing versus the Kurt Russell. So you got Big Trouble in Little China, Snake Plissken, and then you got McCready. So
Class.
kind of that's why I've been working so fucking hard, making some money.
So you can buy t-shirts and rare UMDs.
Hey man, £1.50 is a lot, you know. Family and I went last week to go see Guardians of the Galaxy.
Nice.
I don't know if obviously we wanted to throw this in now while we're talking about it, but
Hell yeah.
I watched it.
Yeah, I
you
watched it
see
too. Yeah, yeah. I
emotional
went
as
in the
fuck.
opening day.
You did.
There was no waiting.
Yeah, I'd say best one since Endgame for me personally. I preferred it over the Spider.
I also agree. It's the best Marvel film since Endgame.
And I do think as well
Yeah.
that it's the most complete trilogy of,
Yes.
Absolutely.
you know, like of all the
Yeah.
different Mario, Captain America, like,
I would honestly
of all
say,
the
out of the
characters.
last 20 years, I can't think of a better trilogy
No.
that's come out.
That's
Pretty
it.
amazing.
We were saying, wasn't it? I was talking to Gary about it. Like, say
Although
what-
that thing needs a fucking trigger warning about like animal cruelty and shit.
For sure,
Because
for sure.
a friend of mine was going to go, and I know his little girl loves animals. So I was like, dude, you may want to proof watch this.
say what you want about Marvel movies, and we know all the backlash for James Gunn and what he's gone through with making his films and stuff like that. But the fact that he's actually able to successfully complete a trilogy within a 10-year arc of movies anyway, with storylines shooting all over the place, that the fact that you can sit down and watch Guardians 1, 2 and 3 back to back, and in my opinion, they're fucking outstanding. You know, they are just... The acting's really good. Even like, is it Karen Gillian who plays Nebula? I don't know
Yeah.
if that's the actress's
Yep.
name.
Yeah.
Her character alone is just a
Oh,
standout.
the actual progression.
Yeah, from
story
Infinity
arc,
War
yeah.
to now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or taken into all 5 movies that they were in.
I fucking loved the way that they like what was it? They had Star-Lord sort of like deal with like, you know, I nearly fucking I destroyed half the universe and stuff, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was actually
Because of
something
James Gunn is
that James
pissed about
Gunn
it.
was annoyed
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he had to carry on what the other writers had done with
Yeah.
his toys, essentially. And
Yeah.
so when he saw what they did with Star-Lord and, you know, getting emotional and, you know, messing up the thing with Thanos, which resulted
Yeah.
in the click. And so, yeah, I'm glad that they dealt with that. And they dealt with a lot of heavy issues.
Yo, they always
in
no,
this
I
have, though.
thought it
Those
was-
movies always have.
Well, I thought
Yeah.
it was clever the way they well, not even clever, but just smart in the way that obviously I don't want to spoil it or anything for anyone who's not watched it.
I
but
think we're
they
good.
put it's not
No,
really spoil,
we'll try
but
not to spoil
they
Guardians.
put
yeah.
they put Rocket out of commission for a little bit in this movie.
Yeah.
But they don't like say they don't Hawkeye him because they do flashbacks periodically,
Yes.
so you still get plenty of Rocket's
Yeah.
story whilst him not being in this part of the story.
Yeah.
For a
I-
near 3-hour movie
Do
as
you know
well.
what I was just about to say? It's
The
probably too
pace.
long.
Oh.
It's probably still too long.
Oh, really?
No,
Yeah,
I
because
thought
there's
the
a
pace went
character
fine.
you could have cut out of it. to be
Go
honest.
on.
Which character?
Just like Adam Warlock felt like an afterthought.
Yes,
I've heard that from a few places, actually.
I would personally, if you, I'm not
I
saying he was
love-
bad. I liked Will Poulter. I didn't
I
mind
love
what they
Will
did.
Poulter.
I'm not a fucking massive Adam Warlock fan where I was like, oh,
I'm
fucking
glad-
hell, what they did. But I'm like, that felt like someone
I'm
was
glad
like,
they-
James, you mentioned him. You need to
Yeah,
put him in it.
that's it. I felt like that. There was just like, right, we've stuck Adam Warlock at the end of number 2.
Yeah.
We've got to do something with him, or it's going nowhere.
Yeah.
The fact that they got Will Poulter in, the fact that they got him to play this character, the fact that at the end of this Guardians,
His interaction
you
with
can
the
keep
Grand
Guardians
Sovereign was
going.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can keep
Yeah.
Guardians going with these introduce new characters, and you can send the other ones off on their way. You know, just doing their own thing. Fucking loved it.
Sorry, the other one I was going to say about with it is what was it? Oh no, I fucking lost it. Never mind, you carry on.
I'll
Mate.
go-
No,
right.
go.
So
you had
I
a
recently,
really good point there.
I
was
recently
gonna
got
back up.
Shadow Warrior 3 on Game Pass.
Oh,
I've
nice.
loved the Shadow Warrior games with Lo Wang running around fucking just slashing and shooting up shit. This one is stupid again. They've just basically taken the Doom Eternal tool and stuck it into the game. So basically, you come into a room, there's tons of monsters, run around, keep yourself alive until everything is dead, rinse and repeat. It's easy. I'm balancing that with Evil Dead the game. I'm still trying to level fucking Prestige 5. My fucking character of Henry. I'm telling you, once I prestige him, I'm fucking done. I'm gonna have to step away because, like, I was singing the music before we started because obviously the music's embedded in my head and I haven't got time because at the same time I bought Felony 1179 and Overboard for the PlayStation 1.
Oh,
I
Overboard
need
was
to
the
get those
tits.
completed.
Love
I'm
that.
halfway through Max Payne 2.
Nice.
I
Oh,
fucking.
I've still got Max Payne 1 and 2 on like.
I
On my
just
Xbox
turned up
on
to
the
take
hard
on
drive.
Vladimir Lem's characters. I
I don't
forgot
know
how
what it is,
good
but
the story
Max Payne's
is.
theme tune. Sometimes
Oh,
I'll wake up in the
dun,
morning
dun,
and the
dun,
Max Payne theme tune will play in my
dun,
head. And I'm just
dun,
like, it's like I wake up in a noir movie.
Do you know what? If I
Just
get
start
if I get
narrating
the
it.
third one available to me at any point, I'll
dun,
replay all 3 of them in a one. Because
See, I kind of
I
want
never
to do
finished the
that.
third one.
third one was, I think, is like one of Rockstar's best kept little secrets.
Yeah,
Or Rocksteady.
Yeah, what,
sorry.
Rockstar was
Rockstar,
yeah.
yes, Rockstar.
In the same way as like the Warriors was.
Okay,
Honestly,
yeah.
Yeah, Max Payne 3 was.
Number 2, I
fine.
had to go back and play number 2 because I'd missed it. And during the week, I did the construction building level. Remember, when we were living together, and I went off to get another bottle of fucking alcohol because we were drinking.
Yeah.
And I walked past the construction site, and I was so drunk. And we were playing Max Payne 2.
You were gone for so long.
I climbed into the construction site and just started jumping around like in slow motion. I was still
You came
crazy.
back with cuts and scrapes and...
Yeah, that level is still hard as fuck. Nothing says classic gaming and nothing breaks you more than playing a game, doing a whole level cool as fuck, getting to the end, watching the cut sequences, reminiscing and hitting all that nostalgia, starting the next level, dying,
Yeah.
and realising there's no checkpoint.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have to manually save it, and you've had to go back and do that whole level all over fucking again. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I was going to bring up the wrestling, but we'll leave the wrestling for the moment because I know Andy and Gary's got some lists.
Sure, yeah. Andy, would you like to catch
Yeah,
us
I
up?
mean, well, I watched Guardians. But I just realised the thing I was going to say is what I did think is that the it's probably the best villain since Thanos as well that they've had as well.
Yeah.
The pure sinister,
Yes.
like God damn.
Yes. Gory.
Absolute
Grand Engineer
villainy,
was
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
But he had a
dude,
purpose and an agenda, and
That bit at the end was like,
Yeah.
like I didn't think they were going to cut to it when they did. I was holy fuck.
Yeah.
I started looking around to see if there were any kids like bricking it, like. But yeah, that was that was really good. I mean, I picked I watched Ant-Man because it dropped on Quantumania. It dropped the other day on Disney Plus, and I hadn't seen it yet.
Yeah.
I said to you guys earlier, the first time I started watching, I fucking fell asleep through it. I rewatched
What,
it last.
Quantumania, yeah.
It just didn't grab me. It was all over the fucking place. Rewatched it with Donna last night, and I was like, this isn't too bad. It's not good, but it's not too
yeah,
bad.
I didn't think it was bad. I mean, I
don't think the CGI was as bad as everyone said. MODOK looked
agree.
like shit.
Yeah, that was the biggest atrocity of Ant-Man. But I liked the artistic, weird alien
Yeah.
creatures. I've
I've
never
always
seen
hated
stuff like
MODOK.
that.
The tone was just fucking everywhere. I was like, is
It
this
was.
serious or funny? Make your fucking mind up. But anyway,
Yeah.
it was like, that was alright, but it did entertain me. Fuck, Bill Murray rocks up, and you're like,
Does he?
Yeah, one scene.
this will be funny for a minute, wouldn't it? And
Yeah.
it was. Like, okay, cool. I watched Quasi, the Broken Lizard movie, the guys that did Super
yeah.
Troopers.
Yeah.
No.
So
Any
that's
good?
that dropped on Disney Plus. No, fuck that movie. It's literally it's one of the
Quantumania
worst.
was better than that.
Man, I'll fart and snare drum right now and give you a better movie than fucking Quasi. It was garbage.
I've never even heard of it.
We didn't when we did our top like comedy movies. I put Super
Troopers.
Troopers.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
that.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
how much I love those guys.
Yeah.
That is how bad that fucking film is.
Yeah, but Super Troopers 1 is really good.
Yeah.
Camp Dread, Super Troopers 2,
Yeah.
and this Quasi, they've not done anything good. I keep trying.
There is not a single funny fucking moment in that fucking movie.
Like the only
Quasi's
other
so
time I
bad.
think they were funny was, weren't they in Superbad? Were those guys in Superbad? They turn up, or
They
am I
may have
thinking
had
something
a
else?
cameo.
scene,
You're right.
yeah.
There is a cameo. So I can't remember, but
Yeah.
fucking watch Super Troopers. But just after that, I watched it with Don. So it's funny. It sounds really bad. Beer Fest. Yes, good pull. Fucking
Beer
real
Fest.
quick. Beer Fest is fucking funny. I watched that, and then instantly afterwards, we watched this other film on Netflix called Werewolf Within, which is this weird comedy movie, like almost like Who Done It. About
I've seen that.
With
I've
the
recommended
cops.
That
that.
is
With the
surprisingly
cops.
Yes,
funny.
It's
Yeah.
really good.
I don't want to spoil anything to do it, but it's
Yeah.
one of those like real kind of like.
Because that
This
cop
is fun.
was in Halloween Ends, and when
Yeah.
he popped up, I was like, "Oh, that's the guy who did Werewolf Within. He's the writer, director,
Yeah.
and star of that." And
It was.
I
it was-
recommend it in
it
my
was fucking
closing
funny.
of best werewolf movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's odd. It's
Fucking-
the oddball
it's
one.
odd, yeah. It's
Yeah.
not what you think it's gonna be,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
it kind of is. So
Yeah.
yeah, very strange. So I watched that. I caught Creed 3.
Yeah.
Finally. It was. I think it's the weakest one.
I agree.
Of the
Oh, wow.
three.
And I put it down to lack of Rocky.
You like Sylvester Stallone, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
really
know if it
did.
was
They
lack
tried
of
to do
Rocky.
one without him to see if Creed could stand on his own,
And
I
he
thought
can.
it-
No, but
thought
I
he
liked
can,
the origin
yeah.
story. I liked
Yeah.
the way that they told it throughout the whole movie.
Isn't the guy
The-
fighting fucking Kang?
Yeah.
Jonathan Majors, yeah. Majors?
Majors.
Well, he's
yeah.
not going to be in any more Rocky
Oh,
movies.
mate, listen, do you know when I said, like, I didn't know who he was really until it dropped that he was going to be in Creed 3. I saw him in Loki, and then it was, oh, he's Kang. And then they dropped this Hennessy advert they did
Right.
where he's drinking Hennessy. The product placement for Hennessy in Creed 3
I didn't
was
notice, obviously.
fucking hilarious. Oh, my God, there was so much. But it was cool seeing Tony Bellew come back and Florian Montagneux as well, like having, like, oh, now Drago's his sparring partner.
Yeah, yeah.
Little things like that I quite like, but it's also, like, kind of standard. But I don't know. Oh, it just the last fight I really didn't like it. Yeah, and I know it was it's kind of anime inspired. I'm like, okay, well it didn't fucking work.
How was that anime inspired?
You just have to watch it, I guess. I don't know shit about anime. I was just told that. All I can tell you is the artistical choice for the last fight wasn't good. Like it kind of goes out fantasy wise. It's not a fucking boxing match.
So what? They turn into cartoons?
Not quite. I would say watch it.
Like
or wiki it.
They punch each. Well, I did wiki it, and I didn't read anything about them
it
punching.
Just kind
and
of
lights
goes,
coming,
like when fucking Adonis is like struggling. Spoilers. When Adonis is like struggling, like like.
Does he Super Saiyan up?
Like kind of, yeah. Like a fucking cage falls around. So, look, whatever. I'm sure if you're into it, it's based on some kind of anime. They drop a cage on him. Yeah, sort of. Look, it's shit. Is what I'm going to say, basically. It's definitely the weakest of them, but, and the fucking time jump was ridiculous. Would they jump, like, fucking 10, 12 years or something?
Man, you should totally...
That baby is like a grown-ass kid. And I'm like, well, Adonis has aged pretty well, hasn't he? And it's a day since the second one and everything, and then, I don't know, it was kind of set up for a sequel with the daughter. She'll probably be trained She'll probably be, like, trained by, like, Clubber Lang's former dog walker's college roommate or something.
Drago TV spin-off in the works as well, so...
What they're going to call that? Drago?
Probably, yeah.
But just a couple of quick... I watched a couple of documentaries. I watched Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Highly recommend.
Okay.
On Netflix. Good documentary. And this is an older one, is Death Tourism, or Death Tourist. Which is like a guy who goes out. This was done in like 2018, so it's pre-pandemic, and he just goes off to places that are like fucking weird, like these death tours go to. So, for example, he goes to one of those like those fucking torture houses, in the States where it's like a horror house, but like you get fucking tortured.
Oh, like an orphanage.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So, you yell predator everywhere, freaks everyone out. But so yeah, he goes to like voodoo festivals and Day of the Dead and all that kind of shit.
This is on Netflix, isn't it?
It's on Netflix,
I actually watched the first episode during the lockdown, but I was like, it's a bit too much for me right now.
It's really good. But the only other thing that I did is I finally, because the price was amazing for both games, is I picked up the remake of Resident Evil 2
You did,
and 3.
yeah, you said, yeah.
For 12 quid for both of them. And I was like, yes please. So I took the time to play. I haven't played 3 yet because I have been addicted to Resi 2. I'm on my third playthrough of like the second scenario.
Awesome.
Which is really funny because the achievements are fucked. It won't pop the achievements. So I was just like, whatever. But I know I'm late to the game on it because I didn't get the chance to play it when it first came out. But Resi 2 was always, I think, my favourite.
It was mine, yeah.
And now I'm like, oh, you beautiful bastards.
Isn't it?
This is amazing.
Really
I fucking love this game.
Yeah.
And it's so good. It's like they really perfected like the ratio of item management. Like you've got to be smart. That B scenario when you play the second playthrough is like even more frantic because it's like, Mr. X, who was in the first one, you only saw him in the B scenario, whereas they put him into the first part.
Yeah.
But in scenario B, he is like, I'm not leaving you alone. I did find myself actually yelling, "Would you just fuck off?"
Did you get stuck in a safe room? Because I ran into a safe room.
Not in a safe room. I've seen that video on the internet where he rips someone out of it, but not in a safe room.
You know the
I know the one you mean.
That
at
room.
The bottom. No, I've
I
not
got
been
stuck in there, and as I kept popping my head out, and he's just stood at the bottom of the stairs looking at me, and I'm like, fucking motherfucker.
Yeah.
My brain's like, you can make it. You can run out there up the stairs really, really fast. And I'm just like, why is this game doing this to me?
Mate, what I did find is literally I was playing it today, or like this morning, maybe last night, I can't remember. But there was I went into a certain room. I was being chased by him, and I went into a certain room where it was just I think because it was like the last of a particular key. I was like, I've got to open that fucking door.
Yeah.
Get through there, pick up whatever was in there, and I was like, oh, this is just a fucking closet. Well, I mean, they're not going to make him come here. Oh,
Here it comes through the wall.
Like,
He comes in.
I have to ask you though, did you use new soundtrack or original soundtrack?
Yeah, you can do the OG soundtrack.
Oh, can you switch the
change
soundtrack?
that
Well, if you pre-ordered it or you pay an extra...
I paid £12 for both games, so probably not. No, I didn't know about that.
It's
or
annoying
maybe
that
I've
they did
unlocked
that.
it. I might have
Maybe,
unlocked it, played through, but
I
I'll
thought
check
it was
that.
just in the option. Was it?
No, I had to pay like £4 extra.
Oh, no, I didn't even know
have
about that. That's another... Oh, fucking makes me love it more.
Yeah.
And just the... apart from just, like, being an incredible engine and everything like that, I think... Unless... Look, I know I've just said, like, the original is my favourite, but I don't claim to know everything about the game, but I think this is the first time that I actually realised or found out that the police station is an old museum.
That's right.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It was
No,
that
it was
original.
in- it was in the
See,
original,
I
yeah.
obviously never read that. Was
original
obviously I was too busy fucking running from zombies. But
Sure,
when you
sure.
find a pamphlet that explains it, he's like, "Who would fucking build a fucking
Yeah,
police
Chief
station in a
Chief
museum?" I'm like,
Irons.
"Oh, that makes perfect sense."
Chief Irons explained it in the first one.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
dude, yeah, I
Definitely,
probably
yeah.
smoked it away. But yeah, fucking absolutely loved it. Can't wait to play the third one. I know it's a lot shorter and not quite a full
It is,
game.
but
There
it's
was a bit
very,
of uproar,
very
but
cinematic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
They do
I'm looking
some great
forward to it.
characterization
yeah,
with Jill as well.
and
so.
I love. It was a perfect time for them to kind of perfect the perpetual enemy
Yes.
mechanic as
Yeah,
well between X and Nemesis.
Nemesis, yeah, hell yeah.
It's literally it's on the PlayStation Network for the same price as well. So if you got PlayStation or thing, I nearly bought it for the PlayStation for the nostalgia of playing it on a PlayStation pad.
Nice.
Which sounds stupid. Not as stupid when you realise I didn't buy it for the PS5 because like, it's not the same fucking pad. They've changed it. I'll play it on the Xbox. Like,
Cool. Well, yeah, I've got a few things to catch up on. Some good, some shit. This one, The Pope's
saw
Exorcist.
this written down, I was like, oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, why
it's
would you
already
watch it?
it's already getting a sequel with Russell Crowe returning. So spoilers, he survives.
Oh, fuck's sake.
The story follows Gabriel Amorth, the Vatican's leading exorcist, as he investigates the possession of a child and uncovers a conspiracy the Vatican has tried to keep secret.
Yawn.
Yeah, exactly. It was predictable. It was
Great
tropey,
one-word review there.
cheesy, and mostly tame. You know, some grumbling, mumbly dialogue, uninteresting characters, a tedious, slow pace.
Yeah.
However, some very good effects work towards the end. So I was like, well, who was this? Who directed this?
Director.
It's Julius Avery. Who directed Overlord in 2018, which was I thought it was
We went to
okay.
see that,
Yeah, we
yeah,
went
it
to
was
cinema
good
to see
film.
it. Yeah.
He had a really good concept with that, and then he screwed up the third act.
I agree. I thought Overlord got weaker as it went on,
Weaker, yeah.
but a really strong opening. And he also directed Samaritan in last year, 2022,
That's a Stallone
which is a
one,
film
right?
I
That's a
switched
Stallone.
off.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Oh.
terrible.
So he's not doing well with us.
So
then.
for me, yeah, Overlord was his best film, and since then he's not got
Do you know
for me.
what? I switched Samaritan off as well.
Stigmata
Yeah.
is better.
I
than
started
Pope
watching it, and when they did the whole flashback and stuff, like, I was like, oh, he was like, this is the good guy, and he died. Oh, he's a good guy. I'm like, bullshit, he's gonna be the bad guy. Click,
Yeah,
turn it
yeah,
the fuck
cut
off.
off.
Yeah. It was just
Mate, my
terrible.
phone was up, told me about it. I was like, oh, right then.
yeah. So yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, brilliant. I was so happy to see Nathan Fillion turn up. And
Oh,
Nathan
Nathan
Fillion,
Fillion was
yeah,
fucking amazing.
That suit
Man,
was something else,
right?
right?
Do you
that
know-
whole fucking world?
Did you ever watch The Rookie
No, I
TV
didn't.
series? I reckon
Oh,
you
no.
should totally just watch it because Nathan Fillion's in it.
Yeah.
I keep seeing clips of it on YouTube, and I'm just like, I don't ever know when this series was on, but I can watch all these Nathan Fillion bits all the fucking time.
Sure.
And same with Guardians when he turned up in that weird fucked up suit.
Yeah, and like it was the whole sequence in Guardians 3 where they go there and they got those suits on, and the whole thing is like bio-organic.
Yeah.
So yeah, just like the art.
So
of
everything you
Oh,
touch
God.
is gross.
is
like-
gross.
I just
Absolutely.
remembered as well. Doesn't he do that thing with his arms in fucking Suicide Squad and get shot? His arms come off.
No, yeah, that's Suicide Squad.
Yeah, yeah.
I just
yeah.
remembered Nathan.
But I also
How-
loved
how good
Cosmo
was-
the dog.
Yeah.
She was great. But
They got
like,
Borat's daughter, the actress that
Yes.
played his daughter.
yeah. Well, she did the voice in the Christmas special. as
That's
well.
right. Yeah.
But oh man, how beautiful was Drax's ending?
There were so many beautiful endings
Yeah.
to these
The
characters.
story ending for Drax for me, I was
Mantis.
just like,
Mantis was great.
Yeah, it
Rocket's
really
great.
does.
Yeah.
They do all get to bow out in
I
their
did say
own
to a
ways.
friend of mine as well. I was like, "Have you seen the Christmas special?" He's like, "No." I said, "You kind of need to watch the Christmas
Yeah.
special before you watch this."
Just a little bit.
He's
Yeah.
like, "You telling me to
Just a
go
little
and watch a fucking Christmas special with me?" I'm like, "It's your
Got
fault for
Kevin
not."
Bacon in
I
it.
said, "It's your fault for not watching it fucking December."
Yeah, you should
Yeah.
watch it. Yeah.
Next film I watched was Renfield.
Oh, still waiting to see.
I
I haven't
still
had a
need to
chance
see
to
that,
watch
yeah.
it.
Dracula's henchman and inmate at the lunatic asylum for decades longs for a life away from the Count and his various demands and all the bloodshed that comes with them. This was from director Chris McKay, who did the Lego Batman movie and the Tomorrow War, which was forgettable, really. It stars Nicholas Hoult as
That's a fucking
Renfield,
weird movie.
Nicolas Cage as Dracula, and Awkwafina as Rebecca.
Aquafina.
Yeah.
I think I've drank that in a club.
Get a shot of one of those.
It was shot back.
Jack and Cokes and
I
Aquafina,
thought this
please,
film
mate.
was great fun, actually. It was over-the-top gore, over the top Cage. You know, it's great
Yeah.
for what it is, and it's fun, inventive. It's packed with style and punch. You know, I felt that the acting though. For almost every no,
This is a Cage movie.
I thought the acting by everybody other than Nick Cage and Nicholas Hoult was subpar. Those two were fantastic in the roles.
Yeah.
And mostly I would be looking at Awkwafina. I thought she being the love interest or the lead other lead character was not very convincing. And so
Were the rest a bunch of unknowns though, by any chance?
no,
You know what I mean?
a bunch of the others you'd be like, oh, I've seen that person
Right.
in that show, and that person in that show.
Yeah.
Did you see Nicolas Cage can be a playable character in Dead by
In Dead by Daylight now. Yeah.
What the
That
fuck?
made me smile.
Dead by Daylight's also getting a video game by the people that made The Quarry.
Yeah.
So lots more for Dead by Daylight.
Just kind of on top of it. So I walked into the front room the other day. I was about to go and do something in the garden, and I was like, I said to Donna, I was like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna watch a film." I was like, "What are you watching?" It was just coming up, and it's like the music hit me, and I was like, "Oh, it's a core memory." And she was like, "I'm gonna watch Face Off. What are you doing?" And I was about to do some work in the garden. And I went, "Fucking watching Face Off now, mate." Like, you know, I was fucking sit down, man. Not getting the next 90 minutes back.
Fucking love Face Off.
Fucking right.
So
Turns out, still holds up.
Yeah.
I ain't saying nothing. But Renfield, good, fun, entertaining watch. Next thing up was a documentary, Amityville, an original story miniseries that showcases the story that inspired the film franchise, presenting eyewitness accounts, archival footage, and entirely new interviews with surviving members of the Lutz family.
What's this on?
I'm not sure where I watched it now,
The
actually.
internet.
It was an MGM, I think, production.
Okay.
I can't remember where I streamed it from.
No, because I'd give that a go.
Wait,
I'd
so
enjoy
which
shit
family?
like that.
It's 4
Which
hours.
family do they follow? The original
Both.
family.
They
that
follow the
sh-
first episode follows
The shooting
Lutz
family.
No, the Lutz family, because that's the story that broke
Lutz.
the haunting,
Cheap Lutz.
right? It was the haunting that brought everyone's attention to it. So the first episode
Right,
starts
but
there.
there wasn't a haunting. There
Well,
wasn't.
but that's what this show is about.
Yeah.
It's it.
Don't know, Ian. You haven't watched the
Yeah, no,
documentary
sit
yet,
there
have
with
you?
a face like you've been hit with a shovel
No,
already.
no, wait, no. I know, I get what you're saying, and I love the fact I'm a big fan of the Amityville
I know you
storyline.
are.
I love all that kind of shit. But, I mean, is the house still standing?
Yes, there's a family
So
living in it right
so
now.
there's a family living
But
in
there's
it
no way
right
it's not
now.
on Airbnb.
And
Easily.
And
Oh my
how
God, the money
many
you'd
how
make.
many ghostly incidents has this new family come across since the Lutz family ran out in terror when the devil tried to fucking eat their families?
No.
You're right, because the family because the family that went in before the Lutzes, the fucking brother was sleeping with the sister and decided to try to shoot the family.
Well,
and
that's not maybe necessarily true either.
No, that's it. It's all fucking.
It's all hearsay.
I
Yeah.
think you need to watch the documentary, but it sounded.
Yeah, but the documentary I thought wasn't biased. It showed the psychic investigators that went in there,
Yeah.
and it shows the little boy that they got a picture of that's peeking out, from the door, and then they took all the other photos of all the other people that were in the house, and they matched it to a sound technician who they just turned the camera, grayed his face, and went, "Look, it's his face." It's like that's not a ghost. You got
I mean,
a picture
that's
of there.
great. That's great that it investigates all of that and takes all the
debunks
evidence.
everything that can
Yeah,
be
it debunks
debunked,
everything.
but you still have the psychics that explain that whatever dark feeling was in there. They testaments from the priests that couldn't
psychics
even
aren't
go
really-
near the house.
The psychics aren't really Professor Xavier and
But
Jean
then
Grey.
it goes into conversations with the lawyers and the people that made millions
Yes.
off of this through book sales, rights ownerships, movie sequels, remakes. But it also goes into the DeFeo family that moved in there before
Yeah.
that had all of the shootings and
Yeah.
whether they were poisoned, because how did he go around and shoot his 4 siblings and his parents and they were all in bed? And not a single one of them moved after the first gunshot.
Well, that's it. I mean,
all
we're
of that kind
talking-
of stuff is fascinating.
We're talking
like, what happened?
late 70s, so autopsies and fucking chemical. Was it the
Well, yeah, but I mean,
the toxicology
they're
reports
using
would not
like,
have been good.
newer techniques, surely.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nowadays the bodies would have been so decomposed you wouldn't be able to get anything other than, like Gary said, hearsay that he might have spiked their drinks because supposedly the brother was sleeping in the basement and possibly having an incestuous relationship with his sister. But
I
he
was
was
in
also...
the documentary says that was made up by the people making movies.
Yeah, but I saw it in another documentary that it possibly might have been the sister who implied the relationship with the brother, and that he had used the drugs because he was on drugs and the dad wanted him out. But then obviously when you got the Lutz family move in, they had spent a lot of money on the house or buying the house, and so it put themselves into a lot of debt.
Well, they had mafia connections or other issues in debt.
Yeah,
so.
which meant they made more money when they moved out, blowing up this story, because once they sold the story, made the book, turned it into films, it just broke out.
Well, the thing is, the family didn't actually get as much money as the lawyers and other people did. So,
but the more the newspapers started to look into it, didn't they? And the more documentaries that they went through it, the more the evidence started to tweak to the fact of, like, I love the idea of the Amityville house. But I want to go to the Amityville house and literally stand there in the Amityville house, just look at me and go, "Get out!" And be like, "Oh yeah, that motherfucker haunted."
Right.
Yeah, but the fact that there's
not much chance of that happening.
The fact there's a family living in it now.
You're gonna be fun on the tour, aren't you? So this is where you're like, "Shut up, bitch! I'm."
Is that Jody? Yeah. Is that Jody? Stupid flying pig.
Ironically, after a while, you will probably be told to leave.
Yeah, well,
just by the tour guide. Get the fuck out. That's what I was waiting for.
But yeah, it's a modern. Well, I guess it's not so modern anymore, but it's one of the most famous haunted house stories in human history, I suppose.
Yeah,
So,
no doubt.
4-hour documentary flew by.
Cool.
Next thing I want to talk about is Beef. Created by Lee Sung-jin, starring Stephen Yeun, Ali Wong, and Joseph Lee. It's a Netflix show about two people who get into a road rage incident that burrows into their minds and slowly consumes their every thought and action. It's 10 episodes, each episode just under an hour long, with a crazy sense of escalation throughout all 10 episodes that has a very satisfying ending. It's highly worth a watch. Very, very entertaining as you watch two people destroy themselves and their loved ones and everything around them in their own hate for almost a complete stranger.
Nice.
But the way you get introduced to each of these characters, even each episode you find out a little bit more about why they have become the way they are. And so you sympathize with them, and because some of the things that they do are so horrendous, you can't help but want to watch the next episode and just see how they react and how it escalates from there and there. So yeah, Beef on Netflix, definitely one to give a watch. Next thing we'll talk about, the last thing, is Starship Troopers Extermination. It's finally come out in early access on Steam. It's developed by Off-World Industries, who previously worked on Squad, Postscriptum, and Beyond the Wire.
I've not played any of those.
Until you said it was Off-World, I was like, is this a fucking film or a game?
No,
or
it's a
what?
it's a
I
game.
didn't-
It's
a
out
game.
for at the moment.
So it's early access. It's in alpha. The game's not due to release for another year yet. Now, it's a 16-player co-op PvE that puts you in the far front lines of an all-out battle against the bugs.
Yeah.
It's essentially what you would want from a Starship Troopers game. We had one a few years ago or last year, Terran Command, which was more Command and Conquer. This one's first-person shooter. 16 players against hordes and waves of bugs. Horde mode's not out yet. But there's going to be multiple planets, multiple types of bugs.
It's a bug
ranging
planet.
difficulty,
An ugly planet.
experience points, weapon unlocks, customization unlocks. There's a lot of stuff that's yet to come. The game is out now at just over £20 in early access. And I've put in about 10 hours so far. I've played by myself and I've played in a squad. Playing with a squad, obviously with friends, so much more fun. However, it's still... the game is working when all of the players on there, when you hear them all screaming Starship Troopers quotes endlessly for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, this is who this game's for.
Exactly. And I was just like, it's amazing how Starship Troopers from 97 still
How fucking
has that
good
impact
thing,
where
man.
people
Yeah,
still
it's crazy.
want to shoot bugs in that universe. The game's janky. It doesn't have full optimization options yet. Playing with a controller, the recoil is ass. Like, there's so many quality of life things that need to come. But like I said, the game's just come out. They've patched it twice since it's come out on Thursday. So It's definitely one to keep an eye on, I think. I really would like to see a roadmap of what they're going to be adding, but I really am enjoying my time with it. So, yeah, good fun.
Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
Rico's Roughnecks.
Do you want to know more? Alrighty, on to some news.
Yep.
Well, only a few news stories this time. We've got a lot of quickfire news, though, but I guess one of the biggest stories going on in Hollywood right now.
No doubt.
Oh,
is
Holly
the-
Willoughby and Philip Schofield leaving this morning.
What?
Nah, fuck that shit.
Oh, I never heard this.
I didn't understand any of the words you just said.
I remembered the Philip Schofield, dude.
He
Anyway,
was Gordon the Gopher's sidekick.
that's right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And he's gay.
Oh, good for him.
Carry on. Sorry.
The Writers Guild of America strike is an ongoing labour dispute right now between the WGA and the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, consisting of about 11,500 writers. It marks the
Wow.
largest disruption for American and TV
Wow.
since the COVID-19 restrictions and the previous strike from 2007-2008. You're already going to be seeing a lot of shows that were scheduled to come out get postponed or delayed almost inevitably. I know a lot of live shows in America have ceased right now, and they're showing reruns or showing other stuff. So nothing looks like it's being close to being resolved just yet. Now, the actual cause for the strike this time is over pay for residuals from streaming media in particular.
Oh.
So basically, some writers get paid based on the success and the box office, but with streaming, it's hard to know numbers, and it's hard to know whether something's worth
the
more.
Scarlett
or something.
Johansson scandal was this with Disney
That's
when they
right.
dropped Black Widow.
That's right. So the Writers Guild of America claims that AMPTP's share of such residuals has cut much of the writers' average incomes compared to a decade ago. Writers also wanted artificial intelligence, such as ChatGPT, to be used only as a tool
We gotta kill
that can
that.
help research or facilitate
not
script
use it.
ideas
I
don't
and
know
not
why
be
people
used
keep
to
using it.
replace them.
Just kill it.
It's
It's-
what
AI is frightening now.
Yeah,
Kill it with
especially if
fire.
Hollywood can go, I've got this idea
Right.
for a film, ChatGPT, write my script.
Yeah, but
Let's go shoot it.
Yeah, but the thing, right? So AI's always been scary. I don't know why everyone's worried about it now when we should have been
Because
worried about
it's
it now.
fucking jumped.
It's
No,
happening.
Yeah.
No, what I mean
now.
is, I was worried about it since I fucking was able to watch Terminator.
Since War Games.
And
Terminator.
War Games. And the fact that, like, I watched computers just generally over the last 10, 25 years get fucking really, really great. Now we've got ChatGPT. Yeah, okay, let's actually see it write an Oscar-winning script. And when it does actually do one, then then everybody will jump on the bandwagon and say, "Oh, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread." All of the Oscars next year will be won by all these Chat GPTs and AIs. Fucking, there won't be anybody in the audience because it will just be AIs. People
monitors
just
sat
send their
there.
phones. But at the same time,
Blinking cursors.
that's where you'll watch.
Still wouldn't watch the Oscars.
But that's where I also think it will collapse in on itself. Because so many people will be using it, it will be diluted. Like streaming at the moment. Streaming started off as a really cool feature. Now, everybody's doing it, and everybody wants you to sign up for them, and you can only ever sign up for one or two, and you only actually... Like, Netflix is great, but it does maybe 5 good things a month. Disney's all right. Disney's all right, but it's all the nostalgia shit it's pulling out. Paramount's just pulling itself back at the moment.
They're like, we need to grab all Star Trek.
because
People know
it's
Star
all
Trek.
of its own shit. Be scared of it, but in 5 years we'll be AIs.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
or the road.
7 years.
So yeah, it's frustrating for us who love
Yeah.
to consume new movies and shows, knowing that a lot of that's going to be on strike, but for good reason. So I've been complaining for years now that the writing quality of some shows has been absolutely atrocious. And I'm like, did a computer write this? I really hope that the good writers out there get what I think they're earned, or what they're
They
worth.
deserve. Yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully it gets resolved soon, and the greedy corporate
Pay your
scumbags
fucking workers.
pay their workers. Exactly. Exactly.
Good luck with that. Look how the pyramids were built.
Right, I've got a slew of Arnold Schwarzenegger stories and news as he was recently interviewed.
He's got a lot going on, to be fair.
He has got a lot going on. Well, this is one thing he doesn't have going on. The Twins sequel has been cancelled by Jason Reitman.
Devastated.
The original film, released in 1988, which also starred Danny DeVito and directed by Ivan Reitman. But Arnold said in the interview that Jason Reitman fucked it up. Jason Reitman literally stopped the project when his father died. His father really wanted to do it quite badly. Arnie said he wanted to do it badly. Danny DeVito wanted to do it really badly.
Of course it did.
We had the financing. But then when he passed away, Jason said, I never liked the idea, shelve it.
Yeah.
So Arnie's now said he's developing another movie with Danny DeVito because they enjoyed working together
Called
so much.
Brothers.
Right.
The other guys too.
Junior
But
too.
honestly, I can't stand Twins. I thought it was horrendous. I never found it funny in the slightest.
I fucking
So,
love that
like,
movie.
the fact that it got
I
shelved, I was
like
like,
it.
I'm with you, Jason. Like, please don't.
I like
Please don't.
Twins,
That
but
movie.
yeah, don't make a sequel out of it because I mean, fuck you.
Yeah, but they were going to do triplets with Eddie Murphy. One of them was going to be black.
Yeah, but
That's fucking funny.
That would have been funny, but it's like I don't know if Gary's got it in there, but there's another bit where Arnie's just like, "Oh, I'm not doing any more Terminator
Yeah, I was
movies,
just getting to that.
but
Just
I will
getting to
put
that.
my face on AI." I'm like, "Fuck you, Arnie. Stay away from the franchise, please. I don't
Well,
need any more Drakes."
Yeah.
Let's all stay away from the franchise.
Yeah, Arnie did confirm that the Terminator franchise is not done, but he is saying that that proved true with Dark Fate. He promised in that film he won't be back, you know, and he says someone has to come up with a great idea. The Terminator was largely responsible for my success, so I always look at it very fondly. The first 3 movies were great. Number
Calm
4,
down.
Salvation, I was not in because I was governor.
Yeah.
Then 5, Genesis, and 6, Dark Fate. Didn't close the deal as far as I'm concerned.
Dark Fate.
But he also said, right,
He was kind of in
we knew
Salvation.
that ahead of time because
Kinda.
they were not well written. So Arnie's, kind of acknowledged that badly written movies again. But
In fairness, the first movie is badly written. It's just really well directed.
I don't think so. I think it's
I mean, you
pretty
can't
well
say that
written.
Arnie's lines aren't well written because he only got like 9 words.
Pretty
But,
much, yeah. Fuck you,
honest-
asshole.
honestly, Terminator, and I love the Terminator franchise. You know me, but you know the 80s.
I
had-
also love those 2 movies.
the 80s had those sci-fi movie elements that Terminator 1, like lightning in a bottle, but
Yeah, perfect.
tweak it. I mean, if it had come out in 83 or come out in 85, I reckon it would have been laughed at just a little bit because maybe of Arnie's performance, maybe because of the idea of this robot. The fact that when Terminator 1 drops, and Terminator 2, the same thing with Terminator 2. 1992 was an amazing time for Terminator 2. It was just, it had the startup of technology for James Cameron. Arnie was just like at the pinnacle because he'd done a few shitty movies, but people were like, hey, I like watching Arnold Schwarzenegger stupid action movies. Terminator 2 was just there. And then Terminator fucking Dark Fate. Fucking Dark fucking Fate, man.
Move on.
I'm
Just
trying.
move on.
I sometimes can't because Ian will just... He's not done yet.
Let's go, man. I can't. I'm saving it for the review.
Arnie's also expressed a continued interest in one more go-around at playing Conan the Barbarian.
Fuck yeah, let him
He's
do it.
explained that it's been in limbo for a decade now due to rights and ownership. Arnie explained that he wants this Conan film to be a bit like Unforgiven, where you play the age of the character. The script is done. The script is finished. He said he's just frustrated that Frederick Malmberg won't budge on the rights. Now, Frederick Malmberg attained the rights over 20 years ago, and he was the one who produced the Conan reboot in 2011.
with
And he's the
Mimura.
guy who
Yeah, so
also
he's to be
owns
trusted.
Krull and a couple of other
was
projects
good,
as well.
yeah.
And he's just super possessive of them, and he doesn't want Arnie anywhere near Conan because he wants to make new Conan, a new
But he's not,
thing.
though.
But he's not because he can't get the rights, or we can't get the financing, which is ready for an Arnie Conan
People
movie
are like, hey,
instead.
do you want to make a Conan movie? Yeah, with Arnie? No.
They should.
Yeah,
Well
so
then,
that's
fuck
where it
off.
is. So that's
Yeah.
why, and that's been going on for 10 years
They
now.
should call it Old Man Conan.
Well, that's what it's supposed to be. Old
Well, you
King
think about
Conan.
like the end of Conan where you see him
On the throne,
and
old
that's,
man.
That's,
Yeah,
that's
that's
what
what
you need.
tale
Man.
Yeah.
for another time. Yeah, and then we got Destroyer.
Yeah. So it's just kind of sad, but that's where that one is. Now,
Actually, I've got a bit of trivia for you before you carry on. The character that he plays in Red Sonja, Lord Caldor, is
Yeah.
actually the name that Conan actually used when he was older and turned himself into a king.
yeah,
So
it was
technically
supposed to
Arnie
be
in
a
Red
Conan.
Sonja is
yeah,
Conan.
yeah.
I like
I don't know. I remember in the background there was I think it was a Conan Wrights thing there
Well, I
as
think,
well.
you know what's funny is I think when I was a kid watching it, I just assumed
It was Conan.
I just thought it
Yeah,
I didn't
for
even
sure.
listen to it because I was
Yeah.
like, it's Conan.
Yeah, right.
It's Conan and that bitch from Rocky.
Well, Twins from 1988 might not be getting a sequel, but Beetlejuice from 1988 is. Casting news and promotional images have started to surface now with a 2024 release date announced.
Yeah.
Jenna Ortega, Justin Theroux, and Monica Bellucci will
Justin
be
Theroux.
joining the returning cast members of Winona Ryder, Catherine O'Hara, and of course, Michael Keaton. No word yet on Alec Baldwin or Gina Davis being involved. While a few days ago, Gina expressed a very keen interest in reprising her role. And I think it will be a shame if they're not involved. But I'm honestly pretty excited to see another Keaton Beetlejuice outing.
Yeah.
You
Saw
know,
an actual photo today of Winona Ryder on set in character.
nice, yeah.
She was in a car.
Yeah.
Like,
This is the first time
she
I've been
looks
excited
fucking
for a
great.
Tim Burton
Oh
film in
my
a
God.
while.
It's
Winona
Justin
Ryder looks
Theroux,
so good.
fucking the guy from Tusk.
No,
Or no, that's Justin Long. Sorry,
Yes, yeah.
Justin Long. Who's Justin Theroux again?
I don't know.
Is
I
he
don't
Louis
know.
Theroux's brother?
Yeah, do you know what? I can't get my fucking head on Louis.
Yeah,
That's
of
Louis
course,
Theroux.
yeah.
I mean, I'm guessing that I'm assuming that the storyline's going to be that the dad's died because they can't bring him back in because obviously all the controversy of that.
Well, yeah,
actor's
that's what they
fucking
got
stuff.
Catherine O'Hara back. So
Yeah,
they
they're
got the
gonna
mum.
They got the mum. I reckon I reckon we're gonna probably gonna see
that
it.
motherfucker is.
I know. I think
Yeah.
Monica Bellucci's supposed to be playing Beetlejuice's wife.
We're really.
Yeah.
We're probably going to see a lot of backlash because you're going to have a lot of strong female roles in there. You're going to have Catherine O'Hara, Winona Ryder, Jenny Ortega, fucking Monica Bellucci, and it will seem like it's a very female-orientated story. But then Keaton is going to fucking just bring in that comedy, and it's like. If they give me Jenny Ortega in a kind of a Beetlejuice costume,
You know she's playing up
Man,
the
I
Wednesday
can't even-
Addams goth
I can't
trope
even look
to
at
the extreme
Wednesday.
here.
I can't even look at Wednesday without walking
Now
into
we're
a door
going
or
to
something.
Beetlejuice up Wednesday Addams, so it's
like,
going to be crazy.
The only reason I want to watch Scream 5 and 6 is because she's in it, and that's just a shitty reason to watch it, so I won't watch
She's
them.
alright, yeah, she's good. She's good.
Fucking I'd lick tar of her.
Oh my. Oh my. Well, let's get into some quick fire news. So,
Yep, yeah.
a Dodgeball sequel may be in the works, as
Uh-huh.
Vince Vaughn has agreed to return for the sequel, with Jordan Van Dina writing the script. Apparently, Vaughn himself came up with the idea for the film and is pretty excited to get it happening.
Nice, yeah.
Marvel's Blade film has suspended production again, while some changes are being made.
Yeah.
Nick Pizzolatto. Sorry if I pronounced his
Nick
name wrong.
Pizzolatto.
Nick Pizzolatto.
Latte?
I can't. Sorry, on some of these names, I'll be terrible. It's the True Detective creator.
Yeah.
He's now penning the script after Michael Starbury was brought in to work on a new draft before. The film also recently lost its director, Bassam Tariq, due to scheduling issues. And now Iain Demange will be directing. Disney has this one listed for September 2024 release. All I know is that the director directed the Dead Set, the British Big Brother zombie
really?
show.
Wow.
He did all 5 episodes.
That's
and he also
pretty dark.
directed one episode of Lovecraft
That's
Country.
fucking
Wow.
great.
And he's also now listed, after doing Blade, to be actually doing the remake of Scanners. So I'm guessing whatever was going on behind the scenes there has finally given way, because
Yeah.
Scanners is going ahead. Because we talked about it when we reviewed that one. It was in kind of limbo for a while because of rights.
bet
Because
he
Cronenberg wasn't willing on letting a remake get done.
Yeah, they're probably
So-
trying to balance it being dark and violent, but at the same time kid-friendly too, so they can sell the toys.
What, with Blade?
Yeah.
Interesting to see, because they've not really touched too much upon the monster mythology behind in
It's got
the
to be.
MCU.
It's
so.
got to be darker than a Nick Cage movie. It's got to be darker than that, because if you're if you're cornier and cheesier than that, Ghost Rider, fucking the whole franchise
right,
is
Ghost
going to
Rider,
suffer. But it's how dark do you take it, where like we said about Guardians, you know, you
Yeah.
got to slap a warning on it, or the like with
Well, it's like
Quantumania,
we're going to see with
all over the
Deadpool.
place.
At least we know we get
that
F-bombs
they're
now.
going exactly. Yeah, Guardians with the F-bombs.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
In a PG movie.
Yeah, but the Deadpool. That's the thing. Deadpool 1 and 2 weren't Marvel, though, were they? They were
no, it was Fox. But I mean, but they're
Yeah.
doing the third one.
Yeah,
so,
that's
like,
it.
Disney
Like-
need to figure out where
trilogies, though.
they're going with
RoboCop
the
3,
R-rated stuff.
Terminator 3. These films don't. Jaws 3. They don't do well with
Yeah.
sometimes.
Well, we got some more sequels on the way. Sylvester Stallone is returning to the mountains for another cliffhanger.
Really?
Yeah, this project has been in development since
Cliffhanger
2009 as a reboot. But now Sylvester Stallone is returning to star, and Rick Roman Wall will be directing. The original film, despite success at the box
1991?
office, the film was a nightmare production which nearly bankrupted producers Carolco. Rick Roman Way said, growing up with the biggest action films of the 80s and 90s, working on many of them myself, Cliffhanger was by far my favourite spectacle. He said, to be at the helm of the next chapter, scaling the
John Lithgow.
Italian Alps with the
Game was
legend
hard as fuck.
himself, Sylvester Stallone, is a dream come true, and it's going to be a great challenge and a
Lithgow
blast,
should
taking this
return.
franchise to new heights.
He's dead. He
A
fucking
responsibility I don't take lightly. So, yeah, more cliffhangers.
died. More cliffhangers. That's left on a cliffhanger, isn't it?
Mike Flanagan is working on another Stephen King adaptation, or multiple stories in the case of The Life of Chuck. The film, Chuck, which Flanagan has written and will direct, comes from the 3 short stories by King in the 2020 collection called If It Bleeds.
Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah.
It's 3 separate stories linked to tell the biography of Charles Krantz in reverse, beginning with his death from a brain tumour at the age of 39, spoilers, and ending with his childhood in a supposedly haunted house near Amity. While there are supernatural elements and some apocalyptic imagery, it's less focused on fear than some of King's other stories, tonally closer to Shawshank Redemption or Stand By Me.
Nice, yeah.
Hiddleston is set as Chuck, whilst Mark Hamill will play the character of Albie. So,
I'll
yeah,
fucking
some
watch
good
that.
casting.
Yeah, I was gonna
I'm
say.
Yeah.
really hyped on
Mike
anything that
Flanagan's
Mike
pretty
Flanagan
fucking
does
good.
lately.
He
So-
did Doctor Sleep, didn't he?
Did Dr. Sleep,
Doctor
yeah.
Sleep was fucking amazing.
So yeah, and he really wants to do the Dark Tower. So yeah, I'm rooting for this guy, and
Yeah.
so yeah, this is one to look out for. Next news story is that System Shock remake
Yeah.
has gone gold
Ooh.
finally, and it will be releasing on May 30th on PC. It will be available on GOG, Epic Game Store, and Steam. No news yet on a console version release date.
Nah.
The game has been in production
That's a
since
shame.
2015 as a remake of the 1994 classic. They have said it will be coming to Xbox and PlayStation. It's just not optimized for those yet. It's
Yeah,
optimized
no.
for PC first, so it
Yeah.
will be then ported to consoles. So don't know when. They haven't announced those dates. They don't want to let anybody down.
Yeah.
But the end of the month, finally, System Shock remake.
Nice.
I don't know if you guys saw this, but the actual trailer has also come out for this. Gremlins: The Secrets of the
I saw
Mogwai.
Yeah,
it.
I saw this
thought
trailer.
I actually thought this was one that I'd like dreamt or
Dreamt up.
something.
It
I was like,
actually
"The
starts
fuck?"
streaming in 3 days' time,
Yeah.
May 23rd on HBO Max and Discovery Plus. It's set in the 1920s in Shanghai. The series follows how a 10-year-old Sam Wing, who would become the future shop owner in the original Gremlins movie, met the young Mogwai called Gizmo. They strike up a lifelong friendship as Wing attempts to return Gizmo to his family.
And fails.
And
Spectacular.
fails as they encounter some other colourful monsters and spirits from Chinese folklore. Meanwhile, they're also going to be pursued by a power-hungry industrialist and his growing army of evil gremlins.
Is this
So-
not a fucking no-brainer since day one to be like, do a prequel where the fucking old man's a young man and how he gets the Mogwai and
yeah.
protects it?
Yeah,
Like,
but they were lucky to get the first one off the ground.
Oh,
like
no
I said,
doubt,
product
but,
of the time
you know.
again.
But
Like,
yeah, there's so many. All of your identifiable gremlins are in this trailer. For, like all of the weird variations from the 2 movies. So it looks fun. They've got a great voice cast. I saw
We
that Zach
just want
Gilligan
one.
is actually is one of the voice cast
I
members.
love the brain one
So
from number
Billy
2.
from the
Oh,
movie.
God.
So
We
like,
just want what you want.
was
we
it
just want freedom, civilization.
Definitely not.
wild. So yeah, more gremlins on the way very soon. Alrighty, we got some more monster movies on their way.
Yeah.
Flood, new alligator horror movie releasing this summer alongside Meg 2.
Wait.
Now, The Flood
I want
releases
Flood.
July 14th, 2023, in theaters and on demand in digital same day. In this film, Flood, a horde of giant hungry alligators is unleashed on a group of in-transit prisoners and their guards after a massive hurricane floods Louisiana. Do you know who it stars?
Sharknado. Who?
Casper Van Dien.
Oh, just trying to kill some reptiles,
Johnny
sir.
Rico, just trying to kill some gators. I don't know whether he's an inmate. I don't know whether he's a prisoner.
Oh, I hope he's the gator.
It's just a rip-off of Crawl.
Well, yeah, but now we've got a whole truckload of inmates going from prison to prison. So those, I think, make for much more interesting characters than a bunch of teens going, "Oh no, I've got my socks wet in the water and there's gators." You know, we're gonna get some mean motherfuckers.
You know,
We're gonna get some armed guards, and we're gonna get some Casper Van Dien.
Yeah, we need some Casper Van
Fucking
Dien.
sweet.
This one is coming out July 14th. Now, it goes without saying, after the success of Cocaine Bear, that more would follow.
Yeah.
So trust Asylum Pictures to rush out with Attack of the Meth Gator.
Meth Gator.
That film is also due out sometime this summer. You want some more? Here comes another Gator movie.
I want, like, you know, fucking marijuana sloth, and it's just like a 6-hour movie.
LSD.
Oh my god.
Oh dear. Next Gator movie is The Bayou. Now, this one has been announced as coming from the team behind 47 Meters Down and Fall. Now, I kind of like both those movies. So, I'm kind of hyped for this one too. Now, the movie crash lands a group of friends in the waterlogged, inhospitable Louisiana swamplands, where they're hunted by the apex predator.
Stale cracker.
Megan
That guy's
Best
awesome.
leads the unfortunate survivors out of their depth, who are picked off one by one by the relentless pack of gators, led by a ferocious alpha female. Now, the producer said that The Bayou is a thrilling, no-holds-barred, white-knuckle ride that will keep today's audiences wholly immersed on the edge of their seats. The movie has a whole heap of tricks up its sleeve and will delight audiences with its ingenuity and fresh take on the survival genre. So those are big words. Now, I like the
Big
genre,
shoes to fill.
and it's been done to death. But if you promise to do something unique with it,
For a Gator movie, that's some confidence.
that's exactly.
It's gonna drive a car.
I
We're
enjoyed
gonna
47
redefine the
meters
genre.
down, and
Your
I
genre is
enjoyed-
Gator movies, dude. Just fucking
Well,
get AI to do it.
oh, no.
It's like, fuck it.
Now, I have to say as well that this, the production company behind this is actually quite near and dear to Off the Shelf. Because their very first movie that they ever made was Cockneys vs. Zombies.
Oh, nice, yeah.
And Ian and I, it's one of our
The
earliest
first
reviews on the
reviews,
channel
yeah.
that I don't know if it's even on the channel anymore.
I don't know.
So it's been
Fucking
kind of awesome to
Bricktop.
watch this
Such a bag of
small
shit.
British film
It was.
company that's now got a base in LA, now making bigger and bigger movies. So I'm hoping for The Bayou could be better than The Flood. Better than
If you
Meth
don't,
Gator.
if you don't watch it as soon as it comes out, it's gonna fly right by you.
Oh, God.
Get out.
Well, I'm not done yet because
End
here
the podcast
comes
now.
another Gator shark movie. Deep Water, a new shark film from director Rennie Harlin, who wants to bring back the thrills of Deep Blue Sea and Die Hard
yeah.
2 in Deep Water.
Wait, Deep Blue Sea and Die Hard 2?
That's what he wants. He's combining that into one movie
Why Die Hard 2
I just thought, I'm like,
because he directed it. And so he's,
Oh, okay, alright, yeah, okay. All
he
right.
said he's had his greatest
Oh,
success
it's like
with
Die
working
Hard 2.
with
You mean Die Hard?
planes
No.
No,
and sharks. So he said getting to combine those two and his
Sharks on a
favorite
plane.
Sharks on a plane. Yeah.
Sharks on
he
a
missed
plane.
the beat on that one.
oh man.
So he said he can't wait to take audiences on the scariest plane ride of their lives.
Because there's sharks on that plane.
Sharks on a
As
plane.
soon as they start serving the beverages.
I
Oh.
mean, I'm hoping
It's going to be the fins going down the aisles.
I'm hoping the plane
Like
is
aeroplane in the
water.
opening credits. Like, like, oh shit, they really did it. Fuck. Oh my god.
man.
Rennie Harlin's other directorial work includes Nightmare on Elm Street 4, Cliffhanger, The Long Kiss Goodnight, and Exorcist: The Beginning. So
Yeah.
I'm hopeful. You know, I like Deep Blue Sea. Give me sharks on a plane. Go on.
Good with you.
Sharks on a plane.
Alrighty, last news story for you, and that is that Christoph Gans has confirmed that filming is well underway on Return to Silent Hill. Gans is currently shooting the movie in Germany and Eastern Europe, and reportedly a third of the way complete. So,
2023, Return to Silent Hill is going to be the thing we talk about every month.
yeah, until it comes out.
2023 until it
Yeah.
fucking
comes out.
finally drops, and we'll
Yeah.
be like, oh.
Well,
there's no aliens news this
3
week.
out of 10.
Actually, before you jump in the trailers, I
Yeah.
was very lucky to actually wiki Beau is Afraid.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm really looking forward to that.
I can't wait for other people to fucking
Wiki
what-
it or watch it.
Watch
See
what
you
I
Can't wait for people to
fucking-
read this.
what I read, because I mean it seems amazing. Obviously done by the same director
Ari
of
Aster, is
Midsummer and Hereditary.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Not as intense as either of those, I would say,
On the page.
I think it's more.
on the page.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like you can garner a lot from the way the story goes. But mate, no, because I could say something.
Did AI write this?
I could say something, but I can't because it's a massive spoiler. But honestly,
Yeah, don't.
when
My eye,
when
don't.
everybody else sees it, I'm gonna go, yeah, motherfucker, I'm fucking yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Because you'd read it. Like, I don't understand.
Honestly, I can't. I wish everybody else had seen it. I wish everybody else had
Seen you reading it at that time.
Yeah.
See your face.
Damn, I'm glad I fucking wicked it.
So I've got some trailers to mention that I haven't watched. Now, I watched one of them. I
Right.
had to. But the trailer for Dune Part 2,
Yeah.
it's going to be arriving the 3rd of November of this year. I didn't want to watch the trailer for Dune 2 because it's a ticket sold. But I just wanted to make a note of it that those that have seen the trailer have turned around and said that it is effing epic on a tremendous
Fucking
scale.
better be.
So yeah, I'm
Wouldn't have been
hopeful.
waiting, like-
I'm excited.
How many parts is Dune going to be?
3, I think they're saying they're aiming for.
I'll probably watch.
Probably.
I'm not going to watch them until they're all out.
Well,
so.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they were just going with 2, but
well,
after
it
the
was
success
just
of
one
number
at a
2,
time, depending on how
I
successful
mean,
they
the
are.
story continues after
It
Paul
does, yeah, there's
and
several books,
Arrakis
yeah.
and all that, so they could just
Oh, well,
keep
maybe I'll
making
watch it after this one.
But it's like 5 hours.
I would say so. Yeah, I felt bad that I missed an opportunity to watch the first one in the cinema because when I did eventually watch it, I watched it, Blu-ray. It was great.
And I've seen
But then I was just like, man, yeah, I should have seen this in the cinema.
Naked Sting was enough for me, so I'm good for Dune.
Sure.
State of my eye.
The other trailer I want to mention is the Equalizer 3.
Fuck yeah!
No.
Denzel is kicking ass
Denzel
again.
is back.
Doesn't give a fuck, does he?
No.
Man, the trailer's badass. It's just like him in this little Italian town. The mafia turn up, give him this look, and
I have seen
kills
this
them
trailer.
all. Fucking, he's
Yeah,
just gonna
I've
kill
seen this
them all.
trailer. Yeah.
It's just Denzel kicking ass. I love the Equalizer. I loved it when I
I
was
only
a
ever
kid.
saw the first one.
Like Edward Woodward was like my kind of hero growing up. That fucking intro was also awesome, but it just the TV series wasn't action packed enough.
Okay.
So then Denzel comes along and goes, I'm doing the Equalizer, and I'm like, really? How's this?
Pretty
And then
fucking
he pulls out a nail gun and starts killing people, and I'm like, yeah, I can get along with this. Second one was a bit ropey, but I think it's
Sure.
come back with a bit of success because
It's
Pedro
similar to the
Pascal's
John
in it.
Wick thing. It's like
Right.
the initial
Yeah.
reason for him doing what he's doing was the best in the first.
Yeah.
So,
And then they just expand it, yeah.
but still good. You know, still good. I still want to see Nobody 2. You know.
Yeah, hell yeah. I want a Nobody
I
too.
still need to see Nobody One.
Oh, it's so good. So good.
I wikied it.
I was going to say, I'm sure you wikied it though, right?
Me too.
The last trailer I
And
want to
when you were
mention.
reading it and there was a fight on the bus, I leant over you and was like, I fucking told you!
Meg 2!
Meg
The
2.
Trench! It's coming out on the 4th of August. So, yeah. Multiple Megs. Jason Statham punching giant sharks in the face. What more do you need? Bunch of stupid people getting swallowed whole by some giant sharks.
I love how
T-Rexes
he
getting
gets-
killed by giant sharks.
He gets so excited over this. I mentioned one thing, he rolls his fucking eyes at me. Then all of a sudden, some kind of shark fucking crocodile dude comes along.
Pops up
Guy
like a
goes,
meerkat.
fuck you! Screw the acting, the special effects, and the budget. I just need to see people getting munched.
You know what? I'm literally...
Bigger sharks.
I'm going out of my mind right now, right? You know, because there's a giant megalodon shark movie in the cinemas right now, but it's not in the UK. It's been out for like 3 weeks in America, and I'm like, where is it?
Did
I
you
need
see?
it.
Did you see that CGI
It's called The Black
thing?
Demon,
That,
Oh,
I saw the
yeah,
first one.
that looks fucking...
You see
with the
the,
death of, is it Josh Lucas?
Yeah,
The Poseidon
no, George
remake
Lucas
guy.
is Star Wars.
No.
Josh Lucas is the
it is
actor.
Josh
yeah.
Lucas, yeah. I want the death of his career, essentially.
Yeah.
You watched that that CGI makeup of the Meg destroying the boat and the
No.
helicopter and stuff.
No.
Oh, it's not like you can watch it on fucking YouTube or something, but it's just someone's just done this really high quality
Yeah,
CGI. like,
it looks like a video game.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
This
But the
fucking
fucking
thing.
sharks! I looked at the fucking fin as it comes out. It's a huge battleship, and the fin is practically
As
bigger
big
than
as
the
the
battleship.
fucking battleship.
I'm like, well,
Fucking
how
hilarious.
deep's this fucking ocean? Because the shark's
The
got a
ocean's
chance
pretty
to go
deep, dude.
down
The
and
shark's
then
scraping
come back
itself
up.
The
along the
ocean is
bottom.
pretty deep.
No, but the shark, this thing goes down, comes back up through the boat. So the ocean, like...
Again, the ocean is pretty deep, dude. There's a film about it called The Trench coming out. You watch it, it's pretty fucking deep.
Oh, dear.
That's your problem with it? Like, I don't think that water's deep enough.
I don't think it's deep.
I mean, there's a battleship in it, but I still...
I dipped my
could be
toe
like
in there.
3 miles off land for all I know.
It was. There's an island nearby.
Well, I
Again,
mean,
it's not real.
if you're not convinced whether The Trench, The Meg 2 is for you or not, you can watch the trailer and pretty much get the entire movie in those 2 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
totally.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, we are going to be taking a small break.
Yes.
But when we come back for part 2, we're going to be reviewing and discussing Evil Dead Rise. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back to the second part of the podcast where we are going to be reviewing and discussing Evil Dead Rise. A twisted tale of 2 estranged sisters whose reunion is cut short by the rise of flesh-possessing demons, thrusting them into a primal battle for survival as they face the most nightmarish version of family imaginable. This has come from director Lee Cronin, whose previous work includes The Hole in the Ground in 2019, The Ghost Train short in 2013, and then in Minutes Past Midnight, a segment in an anthology horror called Ghost Train as well.
Oh, okay.
So,
fuck all, really.
Yeah, fuck
exactly.
all, really.
Now, I could only think that his movie, The Hole in the Ground, must have been seen by Raimi or Tappert or Bruce or someone,
Yeah.
and went, that's the guy for the next Evil Dead movie.
Kind of poetic when you think about it, though, considering like the origins of Evil Dead, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So they were struggling first-time filmmakers trying to get a
Right
head
on.
start.
Yeah.
So I kind of like that. You know, the is it Ghost House Pictures, Raimi's production
Yeah,
company?
yeah.
Are, you know, because they did it with Evil Dead remake as well. You know, when Fede Alvarez, like, pretty much not really done anything famous. He's off working on the next Alien project. So, like, people getting their starts with Sam and Bruce and Rob Tapper, I think is fantastic.
Yeah.
Especially because looking, we're going to get into the discussion of the film, but I think, if anything, this director has a very good visual idea and presentation with his films.
Yes, yeah.
So just going to quickly introduce the cast, starring Alyssa Sutherland, who plays Ellie, the mum character. I recognise her from the Vikings TV show. She was also, unfortunately, in the Mist TV show as well, which thankfully got cancelled, put out of its misery after like one season.
Yeah.
The film also stars Lily Sullivan, who plays Beth, Ellie's sister. She was also in Monolith and I Met a Girl. But I have to say, for Lily Sullivan, this was my first time seeing her in
Yeah.
anything.
I recognise any of these motherfuckers in
Yeah.
this film.
Wow. Okay, so yeah, it was only really Alyssa Sutherland that I thought was recognisable. But filling out the cast, we have Nell Fisher, who plays Cassie, the youngest daughter. We have Morgan Davies, who plays Danny, the older brother.
Yeah.
And we have Gabrielle Eccles, who plays Bridget, the middle-aged sibling.
Right.
Middle sibling,
Yeah.
not middle-aged.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, middle.
He's like a
sibling.
fucking 40-year-old chick in this.
You got a little girl, older brother, and then a 4-year-old girl in the middle.
Yeah. Now, Evil Dead Rise is now officially the highest grossing film in the entire Evil Dead franchise.
Nice, yeah.
Good for them.
Evil Dead 2013's box office total ended at 97.5 million, adjusted for inflation, on a budget of just 19 million.
Spectacular, really.
Evil Dead Rise is, needless to say, it's an absolute massive success. Now,
Yeah.
what also makes you laugh is that this film almost went straight to streaming. And
Yeah.
it almost skipped on its theatrical release
It felt that
altogether.
when it was in the theater. It felt like this. It could have easily just been a streaming movie.
I disagree. I think the film needed a theatrical launch
No,
to hit you with that
yeah,
surround
no.
system, to hit you with
No,
that
what I
big
mean
screen
is,
presentation of Evil Dead gore.
It did need that. What I mean is, it did need that, and I'm glad it did get on the big screen. But when I was watching it, for me, the movie is so safe. It's so safe, and I'll get more into it when we talk about the plot. That they could have easily, tweaked it a little bit and gone, oh no, we're not putting it in the cinema. We're just going to fucking.
I really disagree entirely that this film is safe. I think this film this film took chances that most horror films would shy away from entirely.
It did.
I'm kind of going both ways.
It did, but in comparison to, and I've heard this say from a lot of other people as well, in comparison to 2013, in comparison to say even the first Evil Dead, it doesn't. For me, it doesn't hit these huge levels that I expect from Evil Dead, but what it does is it goes, right, if the movie fails, then it's not a massive failure because we didn't put all of our fucking eggs in one basket. And if it succeeds, then brilliantly, because we didn't, and we've got a couple of new things that we can still
the
pull
first
out.
hurdle,
Someone at New Line looks fucking spectacular at the minute for whoever pushed it.
Yes.
into the
Yeah.
cinemas. For the box office it made, he's like,
Yeah.
I fucking told you.
Yes.
Like he's like, well, you're getting promoted.
It's a small bit of trivia for you. It's kind of funny that this film would Evil Dead Rise would be at New Line Cinema because New Line Cinema were the American company to first distribute Evil Dead, the original in the 80s.
Yeah.
So it's kind of awesome that it's finally come back to New Line.
And they own Freddy, don't they?
They do,
Yeah.
of course, yeah.
Oh, he could have been in it.
Now, of course, this film had the difficult challenge of being the first real installment in the Evil Dead franchise that wasn't a remake, and it wasn't going to include Bruce Campbell as the Ash character.
Yes,
so this
that
was
was
the
risky.
first, so again, not safe, a risk to try to test the waters to see if Evil Dead can survive without him and without Raimi directing, and also to advertise the film with so many children in its cast.
Yes,
which
that was
I
great.
can imagine would put people off going, well, clearly it's a horror movie with kids in it. We're not going to kill kids off.
I lost a little bit of sympathy for the older brother, whatever his name
Danny.
is. As soon as he jumped down the hole, I was like, "You dumb motherfucker!"
Well, that's it. Like,
But also, I'm like, "Well, he had to do it.
He had to do it.
He fucking had to do it."
Exactly.
But
And
also, dumb motherfucker.
it may be its own separate movie compared to the trilogy and the remake, but
It's all there,
by
though.
golly, does it not follow
It's
a
all
lot of the
there.
beats?
Yes,
it's
yes.
all there.
Yes.
Now,
Look, just the opening.
The
where-
opening, yes.
where it turns out to be a drone. We're spoiling the shit out of this. By the way. So if you weren't in the opening chat, we're going to spoil the fuck out of this movie.
The
Yes,
opening of the movie I thought was really cool twist because like every trailer I'd seen, every poster I'd seen was sisters in this apartment block fucking dealing with Evil Dead, and the more I kept seeing of the mum, the more I kind of understood in my head how the story was going to go, because if I was going to make a successful Evil Dead movie, these are the points that I would have to do. So I'm looking at these trailers and I'm like, oh yeah, this is going to be all, paint by numbers. Then the movie starts, and I love that shot with the little triangle house there, because it's like, hey, we need a kind of dodgy looking cabin, but we can't do the cabin from the Evil Dead movie because we're trying to do something completely separate. So instead we give you this.
Still need a cabin in the woods.
We give you a cabin that kind of looks ominous, especially with the way that the land kind of circles around it. Visually, I thought it was very good. And
Yes, yeah, I
they
agree.
start off with this group, these teens, and like Andy said, there's a fucking drone flying around, and one of the teens is already fucking possessed, and her friends are trying to take care of her. And she fucking scalps the girl. Like her sitting up
Sorry,
like
dude,
that
before
was
you even
fucking...
get there as well,
Yeah.
the movement that she did on the bed, and her voice, the way she was reading the book, was fucking harrowing.
Yeah,
I was,
yeah.
I was like,
It was-
shit.
Obviously,
When she rolls off the
echoing
bed, I was
Cheryl
like-
from Evil Dead
Yeah.
1 when she reads the cards psychically.
Yeah, that's it. And so this whole opening, I was just like, oh, you've already got my attention and my money now,
She
movie.
rises out of the water. And it's
Yeah,
like,
because
"Ah."
because like
Honestly, it's the best title shot in the entire franchise.
yeah,
Agreed.
when we came out
Yeah.
of the cinema, Gary actually turned to me and he went, I enjoyed that, but I'm really confused what those people were at the beginning.
Well, I know why,
And I had
because
to-
I've watched the film 3 times now.
Yeah, so
and in
it was
the,
3
in the
times.
cinema, I was stuffing a hot dog in my face when the title came up saying 1 day earlier.
Yeah.
I missed that in the cinema. So,
Also, when the girl leaves at the end,
Yeah,
who is
yeah, I was just-
that was Jessica who
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
possessed.
Yes.
Because she hears the thing and then gets there.
Yeah.
So you were.
I was so confused. Yeah, I was so confused.
Oh.
But yeah, because I missed that. I was like, but even in the rewatch, it comes up
remember
tiny
watching it,
text
like-
on screen for a second. I'm like,
But
oh,
it's also like a panning shot as it moves to
it
the
is with all the graffiti
into
in the
building.
background.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it was hard to see.
Oh, there you can see it.
Now,
yeah.
what I was meaning by safe, we've just actually passed it, was when the boy's head comes out of the lake. So it's, what, a CGI head when it lands on the dock.
Yeah, I don't think that was a real dude's head.
Yeah. All right.
Now, I don't know if it was CGI or prosthetic, but it looked great, I thought.
Now, because I just watched the still, it doesn't look great in the still. It looks fake as fuck. And I remember sitting in the cinema going, they've gone with gore, but the gore is not over the top to the point where you actually have to ban the fucking movie. You know, like the first one we got because it was such good practical effects. They've gone with effects that look gory, but any experienced horror viewer will just go, that's
I don't know.
I think it would be very hard for
give
them
you-
to get banned on gore these days.
Mate,
For sure.
No,
Just
no,
watch
I'll
After
give-
Terrifier,
I'll
right,
give you-
exactly.
Well, Terrifier did it really well, and I know I'm harsh for saying that because I hate on the movie because of all the blood. But there's a shot, and I know I'm kind of jumping, but we're okay to spoil it. When the girl was eating the glass, and she's in the kitchen. Now, I don't know if it was something with the big screen. Maybe it was just maybe I'm just so experienced with watching film so much, but. My brain went sugar glass, so I immediately could look.
Of course it is.
Yeah, it is. Which immediately,
It's like you and botches in wrestling. It's like, I want to watch the big
right? But,
real glass.
but the thing is, there's a glint of light that real glass gives you, and that this glass didn't give it because it's not real glass. And the same happened when the bit started to protrude through her neck. The skin effect wasn't real enough to make me go, oh my god, that's absolutely horrible. But any other, so if you were a 16, 17-year-old horror fan now going to see Evil Dead Rise, and you have never seen horror movies before and not used to special effects like that, oh yeah, real as fuck. But
I don't know, man. Honestly, I think it looked pretty great.
I thought all the
like I
effects
said,
were
That
really
fucking
good.
glass, I found myself go, whoa!
Yeah, it was. I thought
I watched
it was
and went,
shocking.
holy fuck, that's gross! And then
See-
cheese grater. I was like, motherfucker!
see, that's it. Maybe it was
It's
just
one
me.
after the other, like.
Maybe it was just me analysing it too much as a fan because I really wanted to make sure that they got everything right. Same with so like the girl. So we've got the little girl there. What did we say it was called? Bridget.
No, that's Cassie.
Cassie. So the little girl Cassie. When I saw the trailer, I'm like, man, if they fucking kill her off, that'll be big. But it'll be in the papers for days. You know, seeing these.
I mean, that's part of the charm on this one, isn't it?
And
It's the
then
fact
you-
that they actually put kids in peril.
Yeah,
as a
now the
very
two
different animal.
With
other
deadites,
kids-
which are vicious and horrible and mean-spirited and nasty.
Now the two
funny
other
as fuck.
kids, I think they nailed very well because nowadays we've got to be careful with I'll be careful with what I say, but at the same time, I think a lot of people will understand where I'm coming from. Teenagers nowadays have a lot going on. You know, there's a lot of pronoun shit and sexual orientation shit and stuff like that, and so you've got to run a real fine line of how you portray children nowadays. The Bridget kid, she she must have been 15, must have been playing like a 15-year-old in the movie. Would
What,
you
the
say?
youngest daughter?
The
the middle-aged one.
Cassie,
She's like 47.
Cassie's obviously going for what, a 9-year-old.
Yeah, it's only like 9, 10. I think she
Bridget
was
must
like-
have been about 15. Her brother
No, I
must
think
have been about
Bridget's
16,
sort of like
17.
20 years old or something because she's been out in the world doing stuff and working and stuff.
She was
right?
like,
She's 18 to 20, something like that.
like a
She was
activist,
Aunt
wasn't
Bridget,
she?
right? She's
Yeah.
Well,
his
okay,
sister,
but
so,
but
yeah.
her brother was older than her. So if Bridget's 20, then her brother would have been. Wow, well, that's what I'm saying. The movie didn't actually tell you the ages
No, wait a
of
minute.
these
Sorry,
kids.
one second. Just because I've only watched it the
Youngest
once.
child, Cassie.
No, 1 second. But Bridget was Ellie's sister, right?
No,
'Cause it was
Ellie
Aunt-
and
'cause she was
Beth
calling
are
her
the
Aunt.
two sisters.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
Eldest-
Sorry. Do you know what? I'm forgetting one, aren't I? That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got. So
I got it. Sorry, I was
It's
because
okay.
she was on the screen at the time, so I was looking at.
Yeah. So you got
Yeah.
the older brother and
You're right.
sister.
She's probably like 16, 17, something.
The
like that,
movie did it very well where they didn't actually give their ages to put them in there, or even in a way speculate on the father's relationship, which I know
He
you
was
really
absent.
which,
Yeah,
yeah,
he
which you
was.
know
He
you really
wasn't
don't need
there,
to do
basically.
because
Dodged the bullet, really.
yeah, you need to get me. Love that the Henrietta Pizzeria, like the like. we were sitting there trying to fucking spot as many
Easter
fucking
eggs,
references and Easter eggs in, and the way it flowed. So like we've gotten to the house, we've got the sister who's part of a rock band. She's pregnant. She's coming to her sister who's already had kids to try to sort out her life, or what do I do with children. So immediately as a film watcher, you're like, okay, so we're going to have that go on, that she's got a reason to try to survive because she's pregnant. Mum gets fucking possessed in that fucking elevator. Gotta be one of the best evil possessions.
I'm going to pause you there and rewind you.
Right, okay, yeah.
Because I want to go back to the way that this film potentially works its way into the entire Evil Dead mythology and unifies everything together.
Yeah, which we know
now,
the franchise
there's an
everything's unified.
earthquake that occurs early on in the film when the kids are sent out to go and get that pizza because the two sisters need to catch up. They've been estranged. Ellie doesn't even realize that Beth is separated from her husband, that Dad's walked.
Yeah.
So they've got all this to sort of catch up on. But there's an earthquake. Now, in my mind, I put it down to season 3 of Ash vs Evil Dead, where Ash is fighting Kandar, and all of all the roads getting ripped up, earthquakes, destruction everywhere as Deadites roam the earth. So I was like, maybe what we're feeling in this film is the earthquake from Ash and his what's going on over there. But it's very similar then to Evil Dead 1, where basically a hole opens up in the ground. It's basically there's a safe down there, whereas in Evil Dead 1 there's a the fruit cellar. But he goes in there and he finds the book in a shroud. But I do like there's all these religious crucifixes and talismans and icons trying to keep it safe.
Guarding it and stuff.
But he brings the book upstairs. We don't have the old Panasonic tape player, but he's got some records which he plays instead.
He's a DJ.
So I like the fact
that was fucking smart.
It was
smart and
that's
simple.
What I mean.
It doesn't play
attached to it. Yeah,
it doesn't play straightforward as well. He's kind of got to manually twist or what do you call it, like spin the vinyls to actually play it so we can hear it. And of course you'd recognize, if you're listening carefully, Bruce Campbell as one of the priests in the background yelling, "It's a dangerous book, you must destroy it." According to the director as well, he said it's probably a time displaced Ash who's there to try and destroy the book. But they make a reference that this Necronomicon is one of 3.
Yes.
And that each one of these books could potentially be different pathways to the same hell dimension, but
3 books.
3
Nobody
books.
said anything about 3 books.
Now, I have a complaint.
I like the way they made it look different.
That the 3 books that we saw in Army of Darkness, I'm like, okay, yeah, there were 3 books, but they all had the demon face on it. So those were all technically just one book because the other 2 were traps.
This one looked like the Dark Arts book from Harry Potter.
Yeah,
okay,
because it's got teeth on it and everything, and it's kind of alive.
Which of course pricks the child. He bleeds on the book.
He was prick,
the book absorbs the blood. The book gets super excited and skims through all the pages when the record's being played.
And that's why.
And that's when we get the POV demon shot in the city space.
I did like the preempting of like the rituals and stuff from the book this time though, where they was actually showing you. I mean, it's stuff that basically is about to, like you've seen on screen, is about to happen in the movies progressively as well. Was really cool.
But that's foreshadowing.
And that's what I mean. I like the fact that the movie played it safe enough to go, right, okay, we're delving into the Evil Dead universe, but not too far, because we don't want to tick off the fans, because every fucking Tom, Dick and Ash is going to be there watching this film with a fucking notepad pen and fucking
going like, this doesn't fucking look like that.
What do you mean that Ash wasn't there on this date? He would have been over here on this date and stuff like that. So they had to create this whole kind of new dynamic, which makes fans like myself go, okay, how are you going to link that in to the overall universe? And like I said, I've always
it's kind of funny though that in a way they didn't have to.
No, that's it.
I mean?
They played it safe. We a lot of us are just here to see the gore and the blood and guts.
Well, no, sorry, but in a way that's not playing it safe.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
They didn't have to, because you had the Evil Dead remake, and now this is like they've not said it's anything to do with the original Evil Dead or anything with this one coming up. So they didn't have to have any kind of link to any of it. But the fact that they were like, we're gonna throw a few things in here and there. Is, like I said, I don't think that is playing it safe. I think that is taking a few risks, because then you're trying to incur the wrath of the fandom, aren't you?
Everything.
But you are trying to get you're trying to get your old fans in and new fans in, which is really, really difficult. I mean, we said this about the remake.
I think it's difficult for old horror fans.
I mean,
Evil Dead is
I remember
You're just
a
gonna
name
go,
you
right?
recognise.
I remember
yeah.
watching, but I remember watching the remake, and we were expecting so much, and it gave us so much. I mean, lots of blood, guts, nail guns to the face, and that's what I mean.
Yeah, I love the remake.
That's what I mean in this one. It's kind of safe that the nail gun to the guy in 2013, I think, is the most intense injury I've seen in any of them, including this one. Like, that guy still got majorly fucked up. The boy in this one took the same kind of shit because...
Well, he got stabbed. Okay, well, let's go back to Mum being possessed.
Yeah, well, sorry, Mum getting possessed.
I think it's a really good sequence from the camera flying through the streets. I have one criticism or complaint because, like, with Evil Dead 1, like when Ash and friends turn up at the cabin, nobody's already read from the book. So the POV demon that's flying around them in the car, them at the cabin, was already there. It was kind of waiting for somebody to turn up.
Yeah.
So when
Nobody
the
had
boy
let it
plays
loose.
the LP, and then the demon just kind of like the POV just comes up in the streets and then flies right towards their apartment. I'm like, what? Where did that demon just come from? Like the sewer? Like where did it come? Where did the
came
portal
from
open?
the dark places of man's domain, Gary.
Yeah, I know
Well, like
that.
I said,
But
again,
where's that
I
to?
guess-
Where's that to in
I
New
guess
Zealand?
that's, I guess that's,
That's where
where
they filmed it.
I guess that's where, like, you talk about where the earthquake opened up
Yeah.
and stuff, and the
I'd
dead that's coming
imagine
because
so,
it's linked into.
But
Yeah.
it's obviously
Evil Dead.
because it can hear the incantations being spoken aloud, it beelines right to Ellie,
Yeah.
who's in the elevator at the time, and she sells this so well.
The
From the
progression
moment
was
that
so
it
good.
smacks into her, she hits the roof of the elevator as it's sent all the way up to the top floor, and then as she's panicking and trying to grapple, all of the cabling of the elevator tangles around her arms and her ankles and starts pulling her apart. And I'm like, God damn, that's so cool.
It
was,
It's such a cool callback to Cheryl's possession and rape by the trees. Whereas, this film, I guess, played it safe in that she doesn't get raped by the cables.
You know what it reminded
But-
me of, though? It reminded me of the scene in the new Suspiria. You know, where she's doing the dance and she's fucking, it was like, it had that same kind of, like, real
that
fucking
monstrous,
uncomfortable
contorted,
tone of, like, this
unpredictable
is some
movement.
nasty shit that's happening.
But it's
So,
like with us playing the game so much, because I've always questioned when in the movies people have gotten possessed, how and when does it happen? Like Ed Getley's a great example of he gets thrown into a light and gets a bit of concussion. Next minute he's full on possessed. How does that happen? But through playing the games, obviously, because we got the fear factor in the game, if the fear spikes, the evil can possess you. So in my mind, I'm like, Ed Getley was pretty fucking scared in Evil Dead 2. That's where he got possessed. In this one, it fully solidified for me that that's how they do it, because Mum is so fucking terrified.
Well, I mean, she's not terrified to begin with. She just gets smacked and possessed instantly. You know, she's in the elevator and it just hits her. That's it. She is like, it pulls her apart and twists her around,
it
but
breaks
it's already...
her mind. But
Yeah,
she's
it's
not
true.
a deadite until she dies in the flat.
Yeah.
I don't know, because she walks straight in, doesn't she? And she's on, like, she's cooking and stuff like
Yeah,
that. And
yeah, she's
at that point,
breaking the
she's-
eggs. It's,
At that point, she's possessed. I know what you mean, because then you've got... Because I thought the progression of the possession was great, the way she comes in completely out of it, starts doing that, and then...
But she's still alive at that point. She's got to be
Yeah,
but
dead
you-
for it
the
to
possession's
fucking-
still working. Now, when you listen to the LPs being played back again, the priest explains, like, more priests turned up to help fight the other ones that had been possessed, and he said for no rhyme or reason others just ended up being possessed. He was like, there's no explanation. He also explains that even whatever you kill of it,
demons,
a part of
You know,
it will just carry on coming after you in whatever form it can take.
just chaos demons, isn't it?
Just chaos demons,
The immaterium of, like, you know... I always compare it to, like, Warhammer 40k when we talk about the chaos and the immaterium and that, where it's like there's no rhyme or reason to anything, you know. Like when you talk about, like, the Geller fields to protect everything, because it's like if you let that in, just anything is going to happen. There's no defense against it, because it's just so fucking random, you know.
But
It's not like, I got bit so I'm possessed. It's just like,
Yeah.
no.
Well, I mean, it can physically
It
infect you
can.
through a bite.
Yeah,
It can,
I mean,
but it
you
doesn't
look
have
at
to.
fucking-
It doesn't have to be
Yeah.
that way, yeah.
I mean, the
Yeah.
girl in the first one, she got fucking stabbed in the ankle by a pencil and then possessed. It's just like, what did the
If it's
possessed
like,
pencil?
Any
what,
open
open
wound.
wound?
Yeah,
Open
open
wound,
wound,
was
yeah.
that it? You know, it's like, you never know, do you?
Exactly, yeah. So she ends up being put in the bed and she passes away and dies. And so the whole family are just like, Jesus Christ, she's died. But at the same time, They can't get down the elevator because the elevator doors are still just
Absolutely.
opening and closing, and it looks like it's still possessed.
Yeah.
They look down the stairway and realize that the demons have taken out the stairs, or the
earthquake's
taking it
taken
out.
stairs, yeah.
They've also got no internet signal, so they can't call for help. And so they end up getting some of the other neighbors to try to. They were explaining that they have to go for another apartment to get to a fire escape.
Yeah.
But we never follow them or see them try to get out of the building.
I did
Well,
like
no, they're
the,
trying to get the lock off the door, aren't they?
That's right. Yeah.
That's right,
Well, I did like though. I thought that the having those sort of like disposable neighbours
Yes.
was great for a body count as well.
Yeah,
It's a great,
that's
it's a great
exactly
way to
what
make
they
sure
were
they
there
could up
for.
the body count on this one. By just
Yeah.
going, you don't need to give a shit about these guys.
I
Yeah.
was also disappointed because the film was advertised as being in a high-rise building.
Yeah.
So I was expecting
thinking
Gremlins
Dread?
2.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
You know, I was
And
thinking
we
a
had like
whole building
8
full
neighbours.
Yeah, and we got 8 neighbors. I was like, so the body count for me was like, we've got kids, they're safe. We've got neighbors, that's the fodder. There's not enough of them.
And that's what.
But the film does give an explanation for it. That the building is to be condemned.
Yeah.
That everyone else has already moved out or about to move out. So I was like, well, at least they kind of explained it. But it
Played
also
it
meant
safe again.
that the building that they were in could be as run down and dilapidated as it is. But I also think that the set dressing for the family home was fantastic. I loved all the little details, all the little knickknacks everywhere. It
Yeah.
really felt lived in, like this was a real family that this was happening to.
Well, that's it. So Mum finally fucking turns. She has that great sequence where she leaps out of the bathtub. She does a massive scream.
That was fucking ace.
She attacks her sister at first, and then she attacks her
Stabs
young
her through the
daughter
hand with a glass.
with the tattoo gun that she's been using. So you get like
Yeah.
a really cool like close up eye
Sorry.
shot.
When you when you see her early in the game, when she when she's not possessed, as soon as you see her with a tattoo gun,
Can you
just
yeah.
like,
oh,
use
someone's
that.
getting that.
Yeah.
It's the fact that she shoves the tattoo gun in her temple as well,
Yeah.
and you can hear it whirling around.
I know.
And so it's like when they knock her outside the house as well, and she starts to attack the other neighbors.
Yeah.
Like there's that little kid. There's another little kid that lives
We're gonna
nearby.
go and watch all the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, even the shitty ones.
Even the shitty
There are no shitty ones.
And the funny thing is, like I said, that's another reason of why I felt the movie
Nightmare on Elm Street.
kind of played it safe, but also tried it something really difficult. Is that the kid runs out of shot, and we're looking through the
spy hole,
peephole, the
yeah.
door. So the kid goes out of shot, and then he gets thrown back. And I didn't notice it at first in the cinema. Maybe it's because it was too dark or whatnot. But he's had his arms ripped off.
You see the blood splats on the wall.
Yeah.
His body falls
so
down.
so it's like here we've got the kid. He's got no arms off, but you didn't see it.
See, I think that they did that just as a way to set up the next shot with the youngest, which was my favourite shot of the movie.
Nice, yeah.
When it progressed, because obviously you've got, and this is an interesting thing as well. Like I suppose in a way the original is as well, but this one, because we've got Ellie at this point, she's outside. They've barricaded the door, they've locked it, and now Ellie's outside trying her best deadite fucking scams to get back in. Basically.
Yeah.
So now, and obviously
She
we've
sings
got
a little lullaby.
and now we've also got another possessed in the house, but
Yeah.
it kind of becomes a siege.
Yes.
A
Yeah,
siege.
yeah.
And I
Yeah.
suppose the original it kind of was, but
Yeah.
this one felt a lot more like an aggressive siege, which again is I thought a good new direction that they were taking in a way. It was like at least a twist on the original premise.
Yeah.
But that scene where like you said, you see it POV with the little kid, the little girl is looking through the door, and straight away you're like, no, you're the dumbest of all.
Yeah,
You're gonna let her in. You're scared.
Yeah.
But she's looking through, and Ellie's got her back to her. She's sat down, she's singing, and then she stands up in this really horrific, like fast way, turns around, and she starts walking to the camera, and she's like talking to the kid. But I love the way that she's talking to the kid softly, but she's still got the deadite voice.
Yes.
She's not masking it, and she still looks like a dead. I mean, we're on it now. On
Yeah,
screen, you
yeah.
see it. All right, so if you see what's on the screen there, where she's looking through the door, I'm sat there watching it, and it was at this point my edible kicked in.
Right. Okay.
And I was just like,
Oh.
fucking hell! Like, it was a ride. I loved this scene so much. The back and forth, and I was just there, like, kid, don't do it, don't do it, kid.
Yeah.
Fuck,
And
sucked me in so
I
much.
honestly thought that Cassie was going to die at that moment because Ellie grabs hold of her through the doorway.
I did
and we
think
see
that was
the
it.
shot of her being held up,
Yeah.
and I was like, she's done.
I was like, she's
Yeah.
done.
But Beth and Danny managed to save her from Ellie at the door and bring her back in. And it's at that point as well that Danny's also like convinced, like maybe what I read from that book and those records that I played, maybe what's done this. So confession to make. So he goes and shares those records with Beth, who puts headphones on and is listening in. And that's when Danny then has to have a confrontation with his sister Bridget, who is now become a deadite, and she's there eating the glass because she just vomited up all these insects, worms and bugs and cockroaches. So when Danny's asking her, she's like, I've got insects in my tummy. I don't like them, so I'm going to eat this glass. And then she ends up stabbing her brother and stabbing him in the chest, and he ends up setting her on fire. It's just
that
like
was
they're
fun.
both covered in blood.
Some of the little deadite isms and like quotes in this were fantastic. What was it the one we said earlier where she's like mummies with the maggots now? I said to you, I was like, there's no way that's not a new Slipknot lyric on the next album. Like, holy shit, that was awesome. I was like, put that on a t-shirt, mummies with the maggots now. That was great.
Her voice was great. I don't know how, because they don't sound like the Deadites from the other movies.
No,
they were a lot more high pitched in the originals.
Well, in Evil Dead, in the original three movies, there's quite a variety of them. Like Scotty as a demon doesn't say anything compared to Cheryl, who is just super aggressive, compared to Linda, who's just singing in silly.
But it's the chaos of the demons and the different variations.
Am I right? I can't remember it, but Linda's the only one who actually still does her voice. The other one, because Cheryl was Ted Raimi at one point, wasn't it? She was fake Shem.
Yeah.
So like, I'm not entirely sure. I don't know what the research is, but I'm pretty sure like the voices in the first one were.
They're mostly Sam Raimi.
Ted Raimi or Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
So in this one, they were able to take the actress's voice, twist it a little bit, give it a bit more of a demonic approach, which I really loved because it made this Deadite, her own.
But that's
she's
the
not
thing.
a rip-off of Cheryl or Shelley or
that's
that.
it. The Deadites in this film as well all look massively different to all the Deadites we've seen up until this point.
Yes,
Now I
and
put
they
it down
do
to the fact that
different
this
shit.
is a new book.
Yeah.
So different look for the Deadites. So I'm kind of fine with that. Like
better makeup,
I'm enjoying the fact that the lore opens it up.
Yeah,
No one has to put fucking turtle eggs in their eyes.
No, but
You know?
2013 did the white eyes, the white glassy eyes, and for me, that is the classic Deadite look. So the Deadites in this film that kind of have a reptilian look, I'm like, there's too much. We get too much like the eyes, the gateway to the soul. The Deadites I know have just white glazed over eyes. There's nothing there. Whereas this one here, they look too much more like the Pope's Exorcist demons. You know? They look too conventional.
When the chick was fucking cutting her tongue on that thing, she had like the yellowy reptilian eyes in that. I'm sure of it. I'm sure she did.
She does. In 2013, she does have. They do have yellowy kind of different coloured eyes.
That's kind of a good explanation for it. You've kind of done. It's a different book.
So all the Deadites look slightly different.
But that's what I mean. In this one, I also felt while I was sat there in the cinema, if you didn't have that opening sequence with them in the cabin, and you didn't necessarily know that this was called Evil Dead Rise, like if it wasn't called Evil Dead Rise and called the Dead Book, it could be its own standalone horror movie
coming next
about
from A24 Studios.
About a group of kids that come across an evil book underneath their apartment, and they all start to get slowly possessed by demons. The fact that it's called Evil Dead Rise and that the book is the Necronomicon, and it's got Bruce Campbell in, we're like, oh yeah, it's part of the Evil Dead franchise.
You know what's funny is that, you say about that, I agree with you. In a way, it's like all the way through the movie until the very end, I thought that the entire point of the opening scene, even though it said one day later, was just to be like, hey Kevin, remember Evil Dead?
Yeah.
And in a way I was like, oh, it's almost a little bit shit in a way. I didn't think they were actually going to bring it full circle the way they did. So, so I'm glad they did. But maybe that is a lot of the reason they did it.
Yeah, I mean, the cheese grater sequence was fun. I mean, it just sounded so good. It kind of looked all good. I mean,
it's because it happens so fast. You see the cheese grater, she grabs it, she throws it at Bridget. Bridget just grabs it, hits her leg with it, and scrapes it.
Yeah,
and it all happens so fast.
She threw it. I was like, it's bad move.
That was it.
Did you not think as well the eyeball, because that was before it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Where she fucking spits the eyeball.
She sucks the eyeball out of his face and spits it into the mouth of the other dude.
That was the shot where I was like, are we absolutely sure Raimi's not directing this?
Yeah.
Because I call bullshit.
I mean, this is it. I kind of feel like this Evil Dead Rise is like the Evil Dead 2 to 2013's. Like, you got Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, and then you got 2013, then you got Evil Dead Rise, and then whatever they'll
they'll bring out for the third one, in its own kind of loose trilogy. I'm going to bring it up now because I know we've probably still got loads to talk about. But okay, so while they're fighting off all the Deadites, like the brother gets fucked up as well, and if you're a fan of the Evil Dead franchise, he's going to be coming back at some point as well. And so the sister is running around with the youngest kid, and you would have probably realised at this point that they're not going to kill off the little kid. So it's just.
I don't know. I've got to admit.
Surrogate mum.
I think they might do it.
Surrogate mum trying to save the little kid because you need that kind of sequence going off. Now, when they get outside into the corridor, she gets hold of a shotgun which one of the neighbours had, and she's able to shoot her sister. She blasts her in the leg and she blasts her in the arm, I think.
That's
and
right.
The sister falls on the floor, kind of losing her limbs. I did love that bit. They've tied the body to the bed. But because they don't know about fucking
bodily
the
dismemberment,
body's obviously going to come back. Now, the sister, the middle-aged sister, comes back.
Bridget,
and her brother comes back, and they're
Danny.
both Deadites, and they find the mum's body, and they force themselves or merge with her to become newer limbs.
They got her out of space the fuck out of it.
That was fucking new.
Ooh, do you know what? Actually,
Yes.
I know what it reminded me of at the time was the Rat King from Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
If you've seen that, Beast, I
No.
think I played it, but I've
Yeah,
seen. It's basically it's that, but I mean times 10 as well. It's like just fucking
I mean,
a
Oak
big mass of
Studios.
bodies
Yeah.
just fucking.
of
Did
course,
you
it
ever-
was teased in the film earlier when you saw that image.
And
in
again,
the
you
pictures.
did see it, yeah. And it flashes back.
It
'cause I
does
think they
as
show
the
you it.
transformation's
Yeah.
happening to give you an idea of what's happening.
I love-
Because I think the effect is cool, but you don't get to see it
No, you
in
don't.
too much
That's it.
detail. It's all in
Yeah.
the shadows,
Yeah.
which I think is great because you see it happening, and then in the next shot you just see the shadow of it just disappear up into the vent. And I was just like, oh man, it's loose. Because obviously
Yeah.
we already had the setup earlier of the cat stuck in the vents.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that cat, go and get
Yeah,
it.
that cat,
But
go
according
and
to the
get it.
director, the cat made it out of the
Yeah,
building
Mr.
alive.
I was going to
Whatever
say,
got
she didn't
Didn't
get it 'cause
die.
she followed it up in there. But
That's right. It gave her the clue how to get into the house earlier to jump in on her sister while she headphones on listening to the tapes.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's great for Evil Dead to surprise us with something new because Evil Dead 1 we just had the Deadites. Evil
Yeah.
Dead 2 we got hit with the rotten apple core tree monster thing
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
Army of Darkness just hit us with whatever they could. Again with Ash versus Evil Dead we had a few extra surprises with demons and monsters, but yeah, this film something new, something straight out of John Carpenter's The Thing, you know. And of course having all of the actors still there, their faces and the way they all tease and taunt, especially then when all the other residents all become possessed and deadites at the same time.
Yeah.
All saying, I'll swallow your soul, dead by dog.
Yeah.
It was a cool sort of Evil Dead version of a final boss. You
Yes.
know,
Yeah,
sort of
yeah,
makes it
yeah,
bigger.
that's
Like,
what I'm
I got to admit, the only thing I was kind of twisted on the end. I got to admit because by the time she picks up the shotgun, you're like, here we go,
Come
and
get
then you
some.
see the chainsaw and everything.
Yeah.
Now, okay. So now I'm kind of like sat there going, I'm so. And again, this is when I said when you say about playing it safe and you say do new stuff. I was like, by the end, I was right on the middle line of both in a way because I saw the chainsaw shotgun. And I was like, oh, are we really going to end this with a chainsaw and a shotgun again? Because
Yeah.
because this is new, I'd like to go and see it go somewhere else. Let's make some new iconic
Yeah,
weapons.
yeah.
But when she does say, come get some, I was like, okay.
Yeah, for me that so worked.
Ooh, that familiar glow in my belly. Like,
Exactly,
you know, so that
the
was
way
good.
it's framed,
And
the way it's
I
shot.
did not enjoy them
Yeah.
killing over a shotgun and chainsaw
Well,
and
it was
everything
the
like that.
fact
Was
that-
cool, but I was like, I'm almost like, can we do that for the last time now?
Yeah.
Can we just move
Try
forward
something
afterwards?
new.
I'm not
We-
saying don't have shotguns and chainsaws
Yeah,
and
it's the most
but
iconic weapons
it
of the
is, but
franchise.
let's,
So yeah,
you know, let's.
Well,
yeah,
what I
maybe
do
move on a
like
little bit.
is that obviously the Delta, like Sam Raimi's car, has been
Yeah.
in every Evil Dead
Totes.
movie except this one. It's the first Evil Dead movie it's not appeared in. Now
should have been
the
in the car park.
I
chainsaw.
was gonna say, you sure it's not? There's a car park at the end of this.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it
not in
absolutely
there. It's not in there.
Fucking hell.
Now the chainsaw in all the films has been red, whereas the chainsaw in this film, do you see what color it was?
Is it yellow?
It was the same color as the Delta.
Ah.
So I was like, oh, it was a nice little thing there.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that when she did the come get some with the shotgun, she immediately got smacked in the face, fell over backwards, shotgun went off in the air.
Yeah,
you know, and so
yeah, it was
just kind
kinda
of
like, hey, only one person can do that.
right.
Yeah.
But yeah, just when she's got the chainsaw, when she's laying into her sister, into the monster demon thing, blood going everywhere. You can literally just see her eyes and her teeth.
And she
like,
fucking they Mike Myers him.
Yeah,
right?
they
Yes,
put him into the
the
fucking,
point which was set up in the Fonda's tree nursery thing, which I was like, well, that's clearly a nod to Bridget Fonda, who cameoed at the beginning of Army of Darkness in the flashback. Well, apparently, according to Lee Cronin, every character in this film is named after an actor from all the previous Evil Dead films.
Right on.
So,
Wow.
I'm not sure who all of them are, but yeah, I just
Wait for
thought that was-
Blu-ray.
Yeah, right.
That's it.
But
I mean,
I gotta admit, I really enjoyed it.
yeah, I mean,
But not because I was floating on my way out. of the fucking cinema.
I mean, we
We
were
flushed down
fucking-
the cinema
I
on
was
a,
just like, oh my
on a
God.
gallon of blood.
we were majorly surprised, weren't we? Because once it finished, we came out and we were like, "Wow, it's still late." Oh, well, that film was only an hour and a half, and it's been a while.
It's tight.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've only watched a movie that is only an hour and a half, was really tight, pacing was really good, and I just kind of at the end I enjoyed. I didn't come out of Evil Dead Rise just going, "Oh, they did this wrong, they did that wrong, they did this wrong. Why did they do that? They shouldn't have done that." I was actually just going, "Hey, that was cool. That was safe. It gave me gore. It gave me death. It gave me fun, nostalgic nods. It made me want to go back and watch the other movies again." But that's a fucking given. Every time
That's not hard.
Every
Yeah.
time I turn Evil Dead the game on, all I want to do is watch fucking Army of
And
Darkness.
we
all the
literally watched
fucking
Army of
time.
Darkness a week ago. And we got it. It was like,
But it
Why
was,
not?
flicked past it on like Amazon or something and was like, yeah.
It was just enough that I looked at like the two kids that got killed and turned into Deadites, that I was like, that's something cool to put on your resume. I was in this Evil Dead movie and it didn't suck and it wasn't a financial flop and I did really well. The makeup was really well done. You can give me more parts to play. The like you said, the actress playing the mum, she was great in the TV series. I'm hoping if they do a sequel that they maybe, harken back to her. Are they going to continue this character's
I think we'll see Lily Sullivan playing Beth in more movies.
Yeah.
Especially,
She was a good final
it's
girl.
one of my favourite shots at the end of the film where she's walking off with Cassie.
Yeah.
And then she goes back for the chainsaw.
Yeah.
And then walks off with the chainsaw. I was like, she knows she's going to need that.
Desperado.
Right.
Just in case.
Just in case. Right.
That's it. How do you fucking explain it? Like we saw the ending where what's
Which
her
doesn't
name?
just leaves.
Well,
Jenny or
do
Jennifer
you know what's really
was
funny about
a-
Jessica is, I thought that was quite interesting the way that she then comes out at the end.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Well, she's
what,
gonna
do
find.
you
all
not
the
hear
evidence.
any of that? Well, she did. She
She
does.
says, yeah.
I gotta say, she does find it.
She said, I
obviously.
couldn't sleep last night because of all the thunder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, there was a storm as well. So.
Yeah.
but it's also great that obviously she gets.
But
possessed
also,
and
sorry,
she gets
that's
taken
how
off.
they don't need to explain it into the real world because they're going to demolish that fucking building. So
It's true,
condemned,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's condemned. Yeah.
it's fucking great. Go watch it.
Yeah. Andy, did you have any favourite scenes from the film?
Like when my head was kicked, yeah, that scene in the boat. I can't tell you the wash of panic that come over me for a second. Oh shit! So yeah, that was great. I mean, I just all of Ellie's possession, I just thought was really, really well done. I thought the pacing of it was good.
Yeah.
The kind of the glimmer of hope, you know, after she does the egg thing and then she fucking pukes white stuff. Which we were talking earlier off camera about how we're kind of all desensitized to red. You know, because you have a whole shining thing with the elevator.
elevator, yeah.
They are drenched in blood to the point where it just becomes like it's just a color. You know, it's like it doesn't really. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't really.
It's
Oh,
lost all
blood or
meaning,
anything.
yeah.
At that point, it kind of has to a point. I'm not shitting on it, but it does. But so yeah, she she pukes up she passes out and it's fucking gross. And then there's kind of like that, she almost looks like she's coming out of it when they got her in a bathtub and it's sort of like, they're starting to explain it and you give her that glimmer of hope, obviously as the audience,
Yeah.
And then when she pops up into the top of the bath, man, I really like that scene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree,
Like anything to do with Ali's possession, I really
forgot about
enjoyed
the
it.
blood elevator. I totally forgot about that.
Gallons
full on
and
joining,
gallons
yeah.
of blood.
Yeah.
Ian, do you have any favourite scenes from Evil Dead Rise?
Yeah, I think the same thing. I think the mum's possession was pretty goddamn good. Like I said, I know I did it. I blame myself for doing it. Maybe I just analysed the movie too much, or I needed to watch it again and just have fun with it. But just some of the special effects were, I don't know. Like I said, maybe it's just
Not
me.
convincing for you.
Just not convincing enough. The glass just
just didn't look like glass when it was lit, but it did play like glass when she was eating it. You know, like like that bit at the beginning where she scalped her friend, and then her friend walks out, and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool, but like, I was expecting to see the Deadite when it was the POV shot, not the friend. I mean, how far has the fucking friend walked with a scalp? And the fact that the girl was already in the fucking water, you know? Oh no, she gets.
No, she comes out and then she face palms the bloody drone.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the weird fucking Lovecraftian fucking gory monster. I wish we'd seen a bit more of it, but then then the fact that we didn't, and then we see it getting munched up with the machine, that's enough. You know, it's like the Jaws aspect. You only have to see the shark at the end kind of thing. Yeah, I'm buying it on DVD. Nice.
I got a few Easter eggs and references. I've stockpiled all the ones that I caught that I thought would be worth noting.
Yeah.
The fly sound during the opening titles. It was like that buzzing fly sound in all the movies.
Yeah, brilliant.
I love the demonic POV cam, which turned out to be a drone cam, which when you listen to it back, you can actually hear the propeller blades going around as it's moving through. I was like, that's kind of cool. It's subtly in there. I love the ticking clock in the cabin. It's the exact prop from the original movie, the one that Cheryl draws.
Nice.
It's like, that's great. The tree surgeon truck is named Fonda's, as we said, nod to Bridget Fonda. The pizza place, like you mentioned, is called Henrietta's, reference to Henrietta Noby in Evil Dead 2. I also think, Ellie's possession in the elevator, very similar to Cheryl and Mia in the Evil Dead films.
I'm not the bad guy here.
I also like when the blood fills the elevator. It's very similar to Evil Dead 1 again, where the blood fills up on the projector screen, all the light bulbs and all of that stuff. Literally, you're not Evil Dead unless you've got people vomiting blood in somebody else's face, or the whole screen is just covered in blood. Like that's Evil Dead.
Yeah, by the end of it, your actors and actresses should be covered in blood.
Yeah. Beth saying, "Come get some." I was like, I never thought that another actor could do a Bruce, and she sold it. I think it worked, and I was like, you know what?
There it is.
Maybe we're gonna follow the like with in Aliens. You know, we go A, B, C, D with the androids.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Got Ash. Now we got Beth.
Oh yeah.
So who knows?
Fucking Mia was well out there, wasn't she?
Yeah, exactly. Of course, all the Deadites saying "Dead by dawn, I'll swallow your soul."
Aim.
Oh yeah.
Swallowing the eyeball and spitting it out. Great moments. Really great moments. Favorite scenes? Ellie in the elevator getting possessed. The way that it takes her arm and twists it around, and you hear the bones snap as she's screaming. Yeah, horrifying. So. Yeah, very, very, very well done. I love the bathtub scene, as you just mentioned. The sequence where she's launched up in there and then screams at them before she appears up over the bathtub, just like Cheryl and Mia in Evil Dead, peering out through the fruit cellar door. So I was like, yeah, that was great. The tattoo gun to the eye, the near miss at the eye.
Yeah.
The cheese grater sequence. Mummies with the maggots now. Dude getting his eye chewed out. The kid getting his arms pulled off and thrown down the hallway. The old guy blasting Ellie with a shotgun, then getting pulled off screen, screaming. All the bits through that spy hole. Love that sequence.
Yeah.
The conjoined family monster was, I think, a very cool new addition to Evil Dead. And I love the fact that Beth went back for the chainsaw before walking off at the end. Just very, very good, memorable moments in the film.
Is there a GIF online yet of Cassie looking at the spy hole, and it's the dude from Fifth Element, like, give me the cash! Like, that fucking,
I think actually I
You're
did
going to see Jim
that.
Carrey from Cable Guy walking up and
And
down.
I was about to
Can
say, I
someone
saw
make
the
that,
other one.
please?
I saw that one as well. Somebody had done Cable Guy
Really?
in the
Yeah.
doorway, with his
you were just
green eye.
ramming into it.
Cable Guy.
So, before we wrap up this section, Ian, out of all the Evil Dead movies, could you now place them in a top 5?
Yeah, it would go Army of Darkness, Evil Dead 1, Evil Dead 2, remake, and then Rise.
Fair.
Like I said, Rise for me just plays it just too safe on some of the things. I understand why they did it, but next time just push the envelope a little bit further.
Sure.
Do you know what? I'm going to put Rise above the remake.
Really?
Yeah, I really did
Wow.
enjoy it. I love the remake as well, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I think I'd agree with you, as in that top 3.
What, like Armored Darkness?
Like,
Evil
yeah,
Dead?
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I think I'd put Rise above the remake, personally.
Yeah. I think that's really what it comes down to, because on any given day, for me, it's I could watch either of the Evil Dead 3 trilogy. I think 1 is the best movie because it's like it's got that 70s look to it.
It's a mood thing.
It is a mood thing.
It's like, what mood am I in?
Exactly. 2 is my favourite. 3 is outrageous. It's fantastic. So I guess it really comes down to which one do I think is better between remake and Rise. And I'm going with remake still as being my favourite. And I think it's because I love Evil Dead in the woods, in the cabin.
It's more Evil Dead.
That's,
yeah.
So I guess this was a trial to see if it could work outside the cabin setting. And with 3 seasons of Ash vs. Evil Dead, it can. But yeah, like I was expecting a bigger set piece for this movie. I wasn't going into this expecting it to be a quite intimate story about family with possession and deadites. I was expecting a bigger scale film. So I kind of like that this is a small scale horror film with some phenomenal imagery. I think cinematography in this film was fantastic. The lighting is great. The set dressing is great. The gore I thought was really, really detailed. Shocking, cringy. It's been a long time. Like Terrifier made me laugh out loud, but Evil Dead Rise made me
jumped
wince.
The fucking shark with the gore.
It did, yeah. It went too far.
Yeah.
Whereas this film made me wince and go, that looks painful as hell.
Yeah.
You know, and not terrifying, not frightening, but goddamn creepy. And so I think in those parts it's better than the remake, but the remake just has that setting that I love a little bit more. So yeah, still a great film though. I'd still highly recommend it, and it's good to see Evil Dead be successful, or to at least now be this successful.
What an achievement for everyone involved.
After 40 years? Yeah, it's been 40 years since the original film.
To say that
40 years ago!
They've just had, not only have they just had a successful movie, but they've even got a successful video game going on it as well. So
going back on what we did last year,
where
we had our... we voted Evil Dead as the strongest, greatest horror franchise in history. And it's not let itself down yet.
No.
And also, if you put this into it at the time, it wouldn't change my opinion.
It wouldn't change anything.
It would have just strengthened my results. But like, fucking 6 great things in it, like, that I haven't missed.
Yeah.
Great TV series, great fucking video game, great movie series.
Awesome.
Like, fuck.
Good comics.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
It can't fucking miss,
can
it can't fucking miss. Oh my god.
Well, that's going to bring this review and discussion of Evil Dead Rise to a close.
Just
Thank
a
you
credit
for
throw on the
listening
pictures
in.
as well. Well played.
We'll take a small break and we'll be back momentarily to answer your questions.
Nice.
And welcome back to the third part of the podcast where we'll be answering your questions.
Yeah, baby.
First question has come in from David Allen Evans.
What up, David?
Hey fellas, hope you are good. My question this month is tribalism in wrestling fandom. Why? Seems like a waste of energy one can spend enjoying something one likes rather than hating something you don't. Beats me. World is full of nutters.
Tribalism everywhere, mate. You've got tribalism in video gaming, in music, in films, in television. The large group want to go and watch something, and then the minority group find something else which is more
What does he
underground.
mean by tribalism?
So it's like you go and me for example, saying like, I only watch WWE, I don't like AEW, and then Ian going, I quite like AEW, and me going, well, fuck you for your opinion.
Yeah,
it's really stupid.
Oh, WWE's the best one in the world.
Think
but
of
New Japan Pro
PC
Wrestling.
versus console gamers. That's tribalism. It's like, no,
Right.
it has to be done on this. It's like, no, it doesn't.
Ain't got time for that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's
So-
it. But the thing is, with
Sorry. To answer your question, why? Because we're fucking stupid. It just exists, unfortunately, mate. Because you're absolutely right. Like in anything,
answer.
music's a big. There you go. How much kickoff was there about people that suddenly started enjoying Master of Puppets by Metallica?
Yeah,
due
you've
to that
never
thing
even
for
heard
Eddie
of
Munson?
them. Yeah.
Oh, you've never fucking heard of Metallica? Like, God forbid someone hears something and then starts to enjoy it and get into a band.
Yeah.
It's like. It's always existed. It's Mega Drive versus Super Nintendo. It's,
Yeah.
The cool-
football teams and stuff.
yeah,
It's like,
but the cool
it's
thing with
stupid.
wrestling is
I understand fandoms, but yeah, when they get
Yeah, it's a big line
toxic
between
with each other,
fandom
that's
and
the problem.
tribalism.
Yeah,
but you get the toxicity because you get, and this is a problem as well with humans with the whole tribalism mentality. Is a lot of the time people believe that they are right and are right overall all the evidence that they are seeing.
Well, I just think it's people are just generally toxic. It's not. It's
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
enough.
yeah.
Listen, we can.
But wrestling
take those
fans-
movies for example. Sorry, just that we just did, where
Yeah.
we had a slightly different opinion on the way the top 5 went.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
You can have. You can be like, yeah, I'm convinced I'm right because it's your opinion the way you like it, and same on my side. And we don't have to be like, well, fuck you for not liking
Yeah.
it. But that's it's just that people's like utter need to
But that's-
not only enjoy
I
something
find
but to
with-
put down the thing that you don't that you enjoy.
That's
is
why
just
I love
mind-boggling
about
to me.
wrestling, and especially when you get to real wrestling fans. And I know that's hard for people to understand. Well, what is a real wrestling fan? Real wrestling fans will just watch.
Still real to me, damn.
Will watch whatever they want a little bit, and they don't care and don't need to jump on the internet and write about it and backlash everybody else. But some people do because they want that attention.
Did we?
True,
We
yeah.
said literally before the podcast started, didn't we? You talk about AEW, and like I was saying to you when you asked me if I watched it, and I said I don't, mostly for time constrictions.
Yeah,
I just
that's
don't
it.
have time. But as I've said a million times on certain podcasts, I'm so glad it's out there. In the same way that I want Ring of Honor to be massive, I want all of them. I want Impact to be successful because it's more places for wrestlers to grow and to work, and eventually they'll make their way to the promotion that I do watch, and I'll get to enjoy them.
Yeah.
Or they'll get so big that you'll be like, dude, you gotta watch this guy
That's
in
it.
AEW, and I'll watch it.
Whoever
so.
knew that AJ Styles was going to turn up in WWE?
Yeah, exactly.
We never knew. But yeah. Next question.
Yeah, awesome.
Next question.
There's too much wrestling stuff. And
We see him nodding out. We're like,
Yeah,
shit,
we
bring,
say, yeah,
bring him back, bring him back.
like a whole month just slipped by. We're back. Next question is from Thomas Vank.
What up,
What up,
Thomas?
Will you do the review for Clerks 2 or other stuff from Kevin Smith? Love your podcast. Keep up the good work, guys. Thank you so much, Thomas.
Yeah.
I would literally just say to any question like this, for the most part, maybe. But with it being Kevin Smith, I would say more likely.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't, churn out a film every year. He does take long breaks. But we've covered Clerks.
Sometimes it's barely a movie.
We've
Red
covered
State
Clerks, and we've done a
and
podcast
Dogma.
on Clerks 3.
So, we're getting there.
We're getting there, but I mean, if they don't, unless they turn up on the list or we put them on the list,
Yeah.
everything else takes priority first. But
Yeah,
also,
we're fans of Smith.
Hey. With the success of Cocaine Bear and all those other movies he's doing, now is the time for Moose Jaws for him to finally finish that
Yeah.
True North trilogy and do Moose
That
Jaws.
is true.
Yes, bitch.
But at the same time, like I still haven't seen Tusk yet, or Yoga
You've not seen
Hosers.
Tusk?
Nah, man.
I
I know.
fucking love Tusk. He's sequelizing it, I think.
He is, yeah, he's
but
sequelizing
you know
Tusk,
what
yeah.
the crazy thing is? You love Tusk, yet you don't own it. And weirdly enough, I find that with
Because
people,
sometimes you just got to let them go.
people go, man, I
Wait,
really
no,
love
think
that
I do.
movie, and I'm
yeah,
like,
I've got the Blu-ray Tusk.
you got Blu-ray Tusk?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you want to borrow it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. You know what I'm doing?
pretty
No, but
sure.
right now,
Like, I know what
in my
films I
head,
fucking know.
no, but in my head now, I'm running through my Blu-ray shelf, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's right next to Red State. So yeah, I think I've got Tusk.
You're gonna have to check it though.
I will now when I get home. Because now when I get home, I'm gonna be like, I kind of want to watch Tusk. I'm gonna open the film, like, God damn it, I don't have it.
Thanks for the question, though, Thomas. Next question is from George Smith.
What up, George?
What up?
Which superhero would you like to have a live-action film that hasn't had one yet? For George, his pick would be the Herculoids. I have a prepared answer.
for
Mine
it.
would be Elsa Bloodstone, which is essentially the Buffy character in the Marvel Universe. Also, Lobo,
Lobo
in the
was gonna
DC
be my
universe.
Lobo
You know,
would be cool,
he's a character
yeah.
that's pretty much out for wanton violence and destruction
Lobo
against
would be
pretty much
great.
anybody and everything, for the most part.
We're gonna get
I think
it.
we will.
I know it
do.
says would like to have a live action film. I suppose this will be like would like to see. They're not going to make a film about this guy primarily, but he'll be in it. And I think we're getting him is going to be Clayface.
Yeah. Next Batman.
Professor Pig in Batman would be amazing. A superhero that they've not had a
They've not had a live-action movie.
Fantastic Four. I don't count that shit that's come before. So yeah, we'll have a good Fantastic Four movie. It'd be nice.
I'd like a good fucking Venom movie.
How dare you?
These are.
Watch Upgrade.
You might not like them, but they exist. And that knows your answer.
Upgrade.
Yeah,
Great Venom movie.
I mean,
I'm so going to the cinema to watch
like,
the third one.
I would love.
Can't wait.
I would love because people.
Triple Edgeforge has been signed up for Venom 3 as well.
People
taking the
forget. People
She loves
forget
him.
about one of the most original fucking most original superheroes back in the day done by Sam Raimi. I'd love a Darkman remake.
Darkman is. Do you know what? I'm going to
fucking
spoil it because
awesome.
someone asked a question in the chat earlier about favourite Sam Raimi directed film beside Evil Dead, and Darkman jumped out of my brain so fast when I read it. Absolutely, yeah.
I told you everything I know. Take the fuck out of it. I know you did, Billy, but let's just pretend you didn't.
So fucking good.
Yeah. Take the fucking elephant.
Thank you for the question, George. Next question is from Havard Orion.
What up, Havard?
Which would be worse, a world without movies or a world without music?
Oh, fucking hell.
For me, it was an easy choice. I would.
What'd you go with?
It would be devastating to remove movies, but I would have
couldn't
to
live without music.
because can't live without music, and movies without music would suck. I can't imagine watching movies without their soundtracks. They would fall flat so much.
Oh, man.
Music carries so much emotion in those scenes. Silent movies wouldn't not resonate.
That's
so
it. What would
I would
James
have to
Horner
remove
do?
movies.
What would James Horner do?
Well, he'd still be able to write music, just one piece, and be done.
Yeah, I
You just wouldn't have 20 movies to put it into.
I can't walk to. I have a local shop 700 yards from my house. I physically can't go without putting my earbuds in
And just listening to something as you go, yeah.
It doesn't happen.
I think I would rather go film. I think I've always been a big film fan over music.
Well, you get rid of music, keep film,
And that's really hard for me because I really love music, love Limp Bizkit, love Jimi Hendrix, but John Carpenter,
So
I was
now
weighing that up in my head if I could
watch
get rid of John
Kingsman.
Carpenter.
Watch that Kingsman scene without Freebird playing.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
easy.
can.
Yeah, no,
No, but you'd just be like,
Wait.
this is weird.
In my head, that's why I just chose film, because in my head I was like, could I watch a silent movie version of Evil Dead where every now and again the title card comes up and they're doing doing the lines on there because there's no music, and I'm like, yeah, that would actually be quite fun actually.
Imagine watching Cannibal Holocaust without the soundtrack.
No, God, no. Killed it. This is flat. It's pointless.
Yeah.
Pointless. Next question is from Craig Hall.
What up, Craig?
Sup, lads? You're still doing this podcast bollocks?
Yeah.
Oh,
Straight
well,
sober.
Gotta pay the
I
bills.
better keep watching it then.
Good lad.
What? You want a question as well?
Yeah.
Fine, if
Give
I
us a
must.
question, Craig.
Which awesome film would you like to see with a completely different yet still awesome director at the helm? For instance, Aliens, but directed by John Carpenter, or The Thing, directed by David Fincher, or Billy Madison, with anyone who had enough sense to throw the script in the bin and set it on fire. Right with you there, Craig. You know what? After the recent mock trailer that went out, I'd like to see Jaws or Aliens or The Thing or Ghostbusters directed by Wes Anderson.
Oh, was it the Lord of the Rings?
No, it's the
that he did all-
Star Wars one.
Oh, and there was a Harry Potter one as well, I think.
Really? Okay,
Yeah,
I only
I
aware of
saw
the
a
Star
few of
Wars
them come
one.
out yeah, it was. That was fucking
Because
funny.
Wes Anderson's got such a distinct,
style.
unique
So distinct.
visual
Yeah.
style.
Moonlight Kingdom, but Evil Dead style would be
Right.
fucking amazing.
I would still like to see Neil Blomkamp do Alien.
Alien 3?
Well,
Or
no,
Aliens?
I'd say Alien. No, John Woo does Aliens,
Right.
and then
Yeah.
get Neil Marshall to do Alien 3.
Sure,
You
yeah.
know, he did The Descent and
Yeah,
Dog
that's
Soldiers,
right, yeah,
so
yeah.
I'd, yeah.
Oh, who do you think would do Home Alone better? David Fincher or Aronofsky?
Who did Terrifier?
It was Damien something?
Him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get him to do Home Alone.
Get him to do Home Alone. yeah.
Damien get Darren Aronofsky to do it, and just like 2 scenes in, Kevin's just like, fuck it.
God.
With a BB
Live
gun.
fast,
Takes
yeah.
fucking ages. Like,
Resident Evil directed by Uwe Boll. Jesus Christ. I mean, it couldn't be any worse, right?
then he can, yeah. So in a year's
It
time, we'd
can.
come back and go, hey, apparently it can
It
miss.
can be. It can be.
If you
A
want to know,
Serbian movie directed by Steven Spielberg.
Jesus. We're talking about already awesome movies.
Yeah, sorry, that went too far.
Yeah.
Avengers Protocol.
Cheers for the question, Craig.
we're using that for now.
Only the wife can use it.
It's a safe word. You've told us.
Sorry,
You've
no,
told us
we
more.
know
Your
it now.
safe word now.
You'll snap into it like the
Of course.
Manchurian Candidate. Just like, like,
Next question is from Josh Del Monte.
What up, Josh?
Josh is asking the best film score of all time. Simple question. I always fall
Go on,
back
you gotta
on
let you
these.
go for
yeah.
it.
For me, the first one that always comes to mind is Conan. Conan the Barbarian, I think, is a phenomenal soundtrack from start to finish. But then I always tend to resonate to soundtracks and films that have so much energy behind them that you can't help but just hear it the moment somebody mentions the film name. I'll go with RoboCop. Indiana Jones, Superman. You know, that John Williams theme is one of the most hopeful soundtracks ever.
John Williams and Hans Zimmer are pretty much going to close the fucking market on this one.
Alien by Jerry Goldsmith, Back to the Future by Alan Silvestri, Blade Runner's Vangelis, Star Wars John Williams, The Lord of the Rings by Howard Shore,
The Dark Knight fucking soundtrack. I listened
Hans
to
Zimmer.
that. I listened. Yeah, I listened
Jaws
to that on my.
John Williams as well.
Yeah, John Williams is, I
will
think,
say-
probably the top film composer.
Do you know who didn't have to go as hard in the paint as he did? Phil Collins on Tarzan.
He was great in Buster.
He was.
I like him in Buster.
He was. But that fucking Tarzan soundtrack
Soundtrack.
fucking
Don't
slaps.
have to wait.
Yeah.
Can't hurry, love.
So-
you just have to wait.
That's in it, yeah.
It's such a good question, Josh. I've talked with Iain and Jess at times as well about not doing a film review this week, but just doing our top 10 favorite film scores of all time. And I can never narrow down my top 10. It changes so much where I'm just like, I hear the RoboCop theme tune, I'm like, absolutely,
Anything
number
by
one soundtrack
Carpenter.
ever.
Anything by Carpenter.
I heard that an advert was playing on YouTube or something in the background, and I heard that and I fucking snapped to it, and it was an advert for the game that's coming out this year.
Yes, yeah. So
oh my
immediately gets your attention, doesn't it? It immediately gets your
Iconic.
attention. So yeah.
Yeah, anything by Carpenter. I think his soundtracks are amazing.
Yeah,
But which one would you say is his best score?
See, I it's difficult because I got the album, haven't I, from my
Yeah.
car. So like I'm driving in my car and I'm listening to Halloween and I'm imagining I'm Michael Myers, and then the song ends and then
Michael Myers listened to his own theme tune.
as he's driving, and then as I'm driving, all I hear is bow, now, now, and I'm like, oh my god, this is so fucking good. And then you jump to Starman, and that gets really emotional
Yeah.
as well. Like the
Yeah.
fog can just be really spooky. Prince of Darkness can just be terrifying. Da-na-na. Oh, da-na-na. I'm like, fuck, I need to watch this shit.
Sorry,
again.
headphone users.
yeah.
Fucking anything by Tarantino, Kill Bill soundtrack,
Soundtracks,
Inglourious
yeah.
Basterds,
Guardians.
Inglourious Basterds,
Guardians
Guardians,
soundtrack.
Peacemaker.
Guardians.
Oh god, yeah.
Peacemaker
Yeah.
has like been on my gym playlist go-to for so fucking long.
Amazing. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for the question, Josh. Next question is from Natalie Holbert.
What up,
Well,
Nats?
Natalie.
Happy Saturday. Hope you are all well. So, going on from the It review that appeared on Thursday, what would Pennywise need to change into to scare the pants off of you guys? For Natalie, there is a huge African bird with mad staring eyes that terrifies her. I would not be happy to see that, bro, popping up at the pond when I had a loaf of bread. For me, Pennywise would probably have to transform into a YouTube copyright bot. It's probably the most frightening thing to me at the moment. Sandler? Oh my god, making that sound, the Sandler freaking sound. That would be bloody
See,
horrifying.
no, the immediate thing that comes to my head is something obviously scary from my childhood. So it would either be like, you know, some kind of like for some reason the first thing that comes into my head is, well, my mum scared me when I was a kid. So he would probably take on that form because obviously she's not with us anymore. So if I saw her, I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing live?
So zombie mum.
Yeah, but for some reason as well, the way my brain works, it'd be like, yeah, but Ian, you would just go Suicide Squad Polka Dot Man on her. so actually the clown wouldn't stand a chance trying to scare me because I'd be like, come motherfucker, come here! You know, maybe like you said, like he'd turn into a brown envelope and I'd realise I haven't paid enough tax or something.
Right.
You know, like, or a P60. You
Yeah.
are fired.
I guess, like,
It's,
growing up as a child, the things that scared me the most were the Blob and the Thing. Because, like, the Blob, you can't kill it. It's just going to consume you slowly or quickly. Both are terrifying. And the same with the Thing. The whole unknown, like, am I the Thing? Do I know I'm the Thing? How was I infected? Was it a horrible, hideous mutation? Was it a cellular, you know, infection? Like, the whole thing is just fine scary. So, I guess, like, if I was to boil it down and down and down, I guess it would be a form of the leper
Yeah, yeah.
for me.
Some kind of horrible
Because
form.
also, you know, I try to be hygienic and clean as I can, and the idea of germs and cancers and stuff is pretty terrifying on a biological level. So I guess it boiled down to the leper for me. Yeah.
An octopus. Fuck them things.
Yeah, man.
Fuck them things.
It's gonna be squid
You and
clown.
octopuses
Squids are
fucking
fine.
make
This is
me
the
Not
laugh.
spider clown, but squid
This is the
clown.
fucked up thing. Squids are fine. Don't ask me why.
Oh, but octopuses are right out.
Fears are irrational by nature. I
True.
fully admit that. Fuck octopus.
Oh man,
Which one's smarter?
You know, you can actually.
They're so fucking smart.
They
That's
are.
what's so
I know.
frightening. They're aliens from another planet that have been sent here.
They're
to
all
fucking
washing up
save
on the
us.
beaches of Cornwall right now.
Oh,
They're coming to get you.
oh, I fucking hate them. It's
How
like
can
my,
you hate them? Like, what have they ever done to you?
they're creepy fucking things. Mate, alright. I don't know if I've ever told the story before. I'll do it real quick. I want to say we were in Cyprus. It's me, the wife, and kid, and we've got our in-laws with us. My father-in-law's in a wheelchair. So we're going through this small aquarium, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And at fucking eye level for Den, my father-in-law, who's again in a wheelchair, there's this fucking viewing thing like that. He's off. He sees it, laughs, and just fucking. I should have known. Fucking Andy, coming over here. I was like, I took one step towards that thing, and the tentacle fucking hit the back. I was like, fuck you, Darren, going near it. Wait. So then we get to the end, and now this is obviously it's not like British regulations in Cyprus. We get to the end of the tour, and there's stairs and no ramp. And we're like, how do we get him out in the wheelchair? They're like, you literally have to take him all the way back through the thing. I'm like, all right, no problems. I'll meet you outside. Turn around. As we're walking, we come past that corridor again.
Is
He's
it
talking to
waving
me.
at you?
I wouldn't know, Gary, because I fucking did this. And he's like, did you just fucking move past it? I'm like, shut your mouth down, we're getting out of here. Like,
Have you like since a kid?
nope.
Like
I guess.
you've always been scared of
Always.
octopus. You just kind of woke up one day
Listen,
and went, "Fuck octopuses."
Whatever the first time I ever saw one, I saw it and went, nope. fuck
That's
that.
frightening.
You know, like the way people are with spiders and stuff like that. So nope. I'm like, that's a fucking nope.
and that gets me as well because obviously, like,
I don't mind spiders.
be scared.
I don't mind snake. In fact, there's no
be
other
scared
animal I
of
can
them.
think of that makes me go, nope.
There's like 6 inches of glass between you and the
You'll
octopus.
fucking find a way out, mate. That's what they do. You hear those stories about where they...
Obviously they don't.
No, they do.
because they
Don't
sit
they? You
in
hear
the
those stories
ocean.
about where they get into... They can get out of their own fucking cases, go in and
Yeah.
eat other fish, and then
get
sneak
back,
back
into their own. Yeah.
Fuck them.
Yeah, I saw Finding
Can we
Nemo.
stop talking about
I
octopus?
saw
Move on.
Finding Nemo as well. The
Ian's not
octopus.
going to let it go. It's because it's
my mates that
fascinating.
know
It's also
about it-
something I didn't know about.
Mate, loads of boys that know about it. That I constantly get like reels or shorts of octopuses. Normally they're on land. When they move on land, it's like that is fucking unnatural.
It's got no skeleton.
I sent him a picture one because Amazon had sent me this thing of, hey Ian, you like octopuses? Here's a real life one because I was looking for something for his birthday, and there was like a real life one that you could buy as a model. That I
I'd
was just
never
like,
talk to you
dude,
again.
I'm gonna send this as your birthday present.
This is the thing.
Wait for
No,
it to open
right.
the
No,
box.
but, yeah, but it wouldn't matter. Listen, honestly, this is the thing. It's like Jessica's threatened it all the time. One day I'm gonna bring him like a cuddly fucking octopus. I'm like, that's not gonna scare me. It's a toy. I know when it's a toy. It's a toy. I'm talking when I see the fucking real ones and they move. That's it. I'm done. Like, I'm no good to anyone.
I'm buying one.
You'll never get in my house ever again.
I don't need to.
Ever
I don't
again.
need to. I'll just be like, Donna, can you give this box to Andy, please? Tell him to call me. I'm right.
Oh, he's going to call
Would
you.
you
Alright.
believe it? Like, I mean, you know,
I'm
I've,
right
got,
on the
like,
side.
I've got a fucking scuba diving qualification with you
Right, yeah.
that I got when I was 16. Petrified as something that lives in the
It's in
ocean.
the ocean, bro.
Take a fucking paddleboard out on the water all the time. Petrified as something that lives in it. I'm not a smart man.
Hey, I'm scared of great white sharks, but not scared of the
Yeah, I mean, you're supposed to be.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
Right.
sea bears.
Thank you for the question, Natalie. Next question is from Nick Louisi.
What
up,
up,
Nick?
Nick?
Seeing a lot of music-related questions, so I'm sticking with the theme. What is your favourite music video? The song doesn't necessarily have to be a favourite, but when coupled with the video, you can't help but watch it.
Good question.
Call Me Out by Paul Simon. Him and Chevy Chase.
That's a great
Nice.
video.
I love
Yeah.
that. I like that video. I also, fucking like Static X had some badass
I
videos
would
back
say
in the day.
Greedy Fly by Bush. They filmed it on the set of the same building that used in 7. That was fucking awesome. I really like that video.
Mr.
Nice.
Crinkle by fucking
Metallica 1. That's a good.
Pearl
It-
Jam's.
I can
Jeremy?
never watch the whole video
Evolution.
of one.
Do the Evolution. Love that music video.
Yeah.
The animated one. Which one was yours, guy? Britney Spears.
You wouldn't normally hear me say Oasis. but the importance of
That's a
being
good video.
idle,
Oh, that-
I think
yeah.
cinematically is
Yeah.
a really strong video.
What's the so you say that, and like, it's a good example where like I can't stand the artist. But what was the Fatboy Slim video with Christopher Walken? Like, was it Weapons of Power or something? It was
you
called?
can
I
do
can't remember.
this.
Where-
You can
just
do
that dance is.
I-
I'll watch that. Turn the fucking music off because it's fucking terrible.
Right Here, Right Now, I think is another. I don't necessarily like the song. I mean, you hear it, it's catchy, but the whole
Video,
you know,
yeah.
the whole video is it's panning across as we go through creation almost, or the creature all the way to
Oh
to
yeah,
man.
yeah, that is a good one.
Yeah, I just think it's just a great
Good video,
visual to
yeah.
watch because it's like
Yeah.
5 minutes of
Do
evolution.
you know, I like movie soundtrack videos where the people in the movie show up. So like Ray Parker Jr.'s Ghostbusters, and they're in it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like Bat Dance with Prince and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know what my absolute favorite one is though? Is Vanilla Ice, the ninja rap from
Yeah.
Oh god.
Go ninja, go ninja, go.
Do you know
go ninja,
one
go
of
ninja,
one of
go.
his lyrics is lyric. He just goes lyrics. And you're like, he's writing a song. He's like, I need to write some lyrics.
Yeah.
I just wrote the word lyrics.
That'll fill in later.
Done.
Right.
And one video that I always have really enjoyed, I've got to at least watch it if I ever see it on. Moulin
Weapons
Rouge.
of choice. Thank you, chat.
Moulin Rouge with fucking Lil' Kim, fucking Pink, and Christina Aguilera.
Yeah, again, turn the fucking music off. It's a good
just
video.
Fucking good video. Yeah.
I got one more that I want to bring up. It's I think it's a sweet music video. It's Space, Ballad of Tom Jones.
Oh, I love
with,
that.
the
video.
Catatonia
Tom
singer.
Jones. You never
Yeah.
know, but you saved our lives.
I
She's
never
awesome.
threw my knickers at you.
and I don't come from Wales.
The lyrics are crazy,
Man,
good.
but
they-
the whole visual of the two of them balancing off the cliff,
Oh,
off the car, again, just got that cinematic look to it. It's-
Space is a band that you really forget of how good they were fucking back in the day.
Yeah,
I
They
yeah.
only dropped,
They
like,
never
one album,
reached
though,
the
right?
heights.
Yeah, but that fucking house, what was it? The House of My, House of My Street music song is fucking great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jay in the chat's just mentioned that Robbie Williams rock DJ one.
Yeah, they banned
that was great.
one.
But yeah, because they were all pulling their skin off
'Cause it
into
was
the
shit.
skeletons going
Yeah,
around the
like,
ice
it
rink.
was
That
just
was a
gory,
cool
yeah.
video. Yeah.
Anytime they banned a Robbie Williams video, I was like, cool.
Guns N' Roses, Terminator 2, You Could Be Mine.
You Could Be
Yeah,
Mine's a great
yeah.
one. And do you know what one I did like was the Did My Time by Korn with Angelina Jolie
Oh,
on Tomb Raider.
yeah,
That
yeah.
was fucking cool. Mate, I mean, he's a dick, but fucking, you know, Wiki Wild Wild West. Men in Black and all that.
Oh,
and he's like,
Slappy Willie.
fucking Will Smith in a fucking movie. He's like, well, better knock the soundtrack out.
Yeah.
Oh, what, was it? I read that he was signed up to do something else, and you did Wild Wild West instead.
Yeah, Matrix.
Matrix,
he was
that's
going to
right,
be
that's
Neo,
right.
but he decided to do the Western instead.
Jim West, Desperado, Rough Rider. No, you don't want nada. None of this. 6 gunning this, brother running this, Buffalo Soldier doing what I told you.
We're just going to let him rest through.
Yeah, well, sometimes you have to.
Avengers Protocol. Avengers
Unless you
Protocol.
know the safe word. Alrighty, next question is from Mungo.
What up,
What up,
Mongo?
Mongo?
Actually, nope, sorry, it's not.
Oh.
That's my bad. Sorry,
How are
Mungo.
you anyway?
Hope you're doing well.
Hope you're doing well.
Next question is from Nullabo.
What up, Nello?
What up?
What question have you wanted to be asked in one of these segments? Don't answer the question. I'll ask it next month.
That question.
Maybe we should have started with that.
Yeah.
Do you know that's the funny thing about this Q&A section? Like, since we started doing that, I really expected like some of the most offensive, obscure, fucking over the top kind of personal questions. Like, we've never actually had a question where we're like,
You are so
we
gearing up
can't
next month for like,
answer
let's
that.
see your fucking dicks.
No, but that's what I'm saying. When you put this out to an audience, and I think that's kudos and respectful to the audience that we do have.
Yes.
Is that nobody's actually looked at it and gone, oh yeah, I'm just gonna put out something so offensive and
Why are you
stupid.
so fucking stupid? Like,
Yeah. You know.
don't know, man. I mean, we can
Just trying.
just keep asking ourselves.
I suppose one question I've always thought would be cool to be asked is, why is Iain so awesome?
There you go, Nella. You're going to have to ask that next month now.
Yeah.
And we're going to have to fucking sit through him answering it.
This one is for Gary. Why Iain? Why the fuck not, bruh?
I didn't even need to answer it myself. There we go.
He just wouldn't leave.
I tried to. He came after me.
Cheers for the question, Nella. Next question is from it's a big one. It's Mr. Will Guitar.
What up,
Mr.
Will?
Will?
Question. Say it like Destiny Child.
Okay.
Who
Question. Destiny Child, you know, fucking Beyonce and Kate.
I don't-
Oh, question is the lyrics. That was Vanilla Ice.
Is there a movie that you thought would be awful based on what marketing you saw or wiki, but actually upon watching it became a top fave? Mine was Jerry Maguire, which on hearing the name I thought would be some IRA dramatization. Then seeing "Show me the money" clips, I thought no way at all I could take this annoying stuff for a whole movie. But on seeing the actual movie, I loved it from start to finish and has become one of my favourites. Cheers for the question, Mr. Will. I'm trying to think now.
While you're thinking,
Yeah.
I'm still fucking every podcast I get to mention this movie is when I first saw the Kingsman trailer. I was like, that looks shit, and that was like one of my favourite movies.
Nice, yeah.
So random.
For me, it was. I mean, there's been a few, but the one that sticks in my head at the moment, Bringing Out the Dead with Nicolas Cage. When I saw it drop in '99, I thought it was going to be dark, depressing.
No, I don't even know that movie.
It's
Bring Out the
Scorsese.
Dead.
It's awesome.
Bringing Out
Was
the
it?
yeah,
Yeah.
he plays
fuck did that guy
he
bother?
plays an ambulance driver.
Oh shit!
In New
Okay,
York,
no, I know it. Yeah.
you know. And I honestly thought that the movie was going to be dark, depressing, you know, showing the darker side of the city, and you know Nicolas Cage just kind of fucking, you know, getting worse and worse as the movie goes on. Then we watched it, then we reviewed, killer fucking soundtrack. Nicolas Cage kicking ass, Tom Sizemore just fucking kicking ass. Ving Rhames just kicking ass.
Patricia Arquette.
It was funny, it was insightful, and not as dark and depressive as I thought it would be.
Nice.
I'm trying to think really, because the I guess like the World of Warcraft movie. I was saying like all the press and media that came. I never watched it. Like I never actually watched it. I was just trying to think of like
fucking
movie that came out with lots of pretty good high press and stuff.
Yeah, that you
Sam Raimi's Wizard of Oz, Great and Powerful. I never watched
Sam
that.
Raimi's Wizard of
Oh,
Oz.
yeah, no, sorry. Oz, Great and Powerful.
Did you talk about Zach Braff?
Sam Raimi didn't do Oz the Great and Powerful.
Zach Braff, right? Wait, it was Zach Braff and what's his name? Fucking
It wasn't
Franco.
Sam Raimi.
Yeah? James Franco.
It was,
in
yeah, with Franco, yeah.
Yeah.
Who directed that one then? Who was I thinking?
I don't fucking know. Mila Kunis is in it. And she's
Because
in
Evil Dead.
I never
Wizard
actually
of
watched that
Oz.
one. It was again just another film that had lots of promotional and lots of high buzz around it. That I kind
Yeah.
of went,
Gary,
I'm not bothered with
the
it.
question is, which
Yeah, no,
film
which
did
one?
you watch?
I actually watched. I'm trying to think because I can't think of
Yeah,
any of them.
Well, I've got one for you. Curse the Queerwolf. We thought it was going to be absolutely
No,
fucking
but
shit.
yeah,
and
but
it's
there was
funny
no
as fuck.
promotional material advertising it as a great thing.
It was fucking directed by Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
Was it?
Thank you very much.
I had no idea.
Feel vindicated.
You are definitely vindicated. I'm getting old.
Do you know
man.
what? For some reason, I know Zach
And that was
Braff
another
was
one
in
that I
it,
never
but
watched.
I thought he directed it for some reason.
No.
But I had no idea. That
So yeah, so I also
Really?
skipped out on watching that one because I was like, So it might be a good film, but
No,
it's
it's
just,
not. It's not.
It's so
Because
right.
often because unlike Mr. Will, who actually pulled the trigger and actually went and watched Jerry Maguire, when I get that feeling, I won't do it. Which is why on the
Why,
Twitch
Wiki?
channel I have the channel point redemption for people to send me films that they recommend for me to watch, because it takes me out of my comfort zone. Because sometimes I won't do it.
Yeah.
Because I know what I like, and sometimes you guys do too. So yeah.
First impressions often wrong.
Indeed.
Thundercats
Do you
tells us
know-
that at the end of an episode, I'm sure.
I was gonna.
See, we learnt shit in the 80s.
Right.
was-
Cheers for the question, though, Mr. Will.
I was gonna save up all my semen and make a castle out of it. I wanted to make it a comfort. So
Do you want to do that again without choking on the
Is that a
punchline,
joke?
ironically?
fucking go.
You sit there and think up the rest of your song, man. Fucking idiot.
Next
How
question.
long, how long have you had that in the chamber? And you were like, now's the time.
Pull the trigger.
I'm going to pull
Mate,
the trigger on this cum
literally,
joke that
the
I've had.
moment that he said comfort zone, my brain went, come for. I just made it up on the spot.
Oh dear.
Sorry.
And I'm the one drinking.
Yeah, give him the rest of that fucking bottle. Like,
Next question is from Richie Scarface.
What up,
What up,
Richie?
Richie?
Hi guys, love to the podcast. We all know that if we go camping and find an abandoned cabin with the Necronomicon Ex Mortis in the fruit cellar while sober, we will never open it and read from it. My question is, which of you three would open it and read from the book while drunk off your ass, and what excuse would they use for doing it?
There's no Wi-Fi.
I mean, yeah.
It would be you.
Nothing else to do.
I mean, yeah. Jay actually said earlier it would be me, and immediately it would probably because we haven't got any wristlers, and we need rolling papers.
Then I ain't going to this fucking cabin.
Man, if we get to a cabin and there's a fucking
The pages are human skin. That's not gonna burn well.
How do you know? Have you
Well,
burned,
actually,
have you burned human skin much?
Well, I mean, the book doesn't burn at all.
It's true, yeah.
Oh man, well, yeah, like I said about Wi-Fi, you know, you just fucking
Nothing else to do. Let's raise some demons. Fuck it.
Yeah, if I'm ever in a cabin in the woods and we find a book in the cellar, I'm burning the cabin down and moving on.
It's a trick. Get an axe.
Exactly. Cheers, Richie. Question from Rio Quinn.
What up, real quick?
What's all your plans for the summer? Any holidays planned?
No.
I'm looking to you two because I have no plans for summer.
I mean,
I'm going to hide under a big rock.
I don't know what the wife's got planned at the moment. I know we're saving up for some more decorating around our house. So she's either going to surprise me in the summer and say, "Look, we're going away," or we're not going to go away, which is going to be awesome.
Tinder, if you're in the chat, take the hint.
No, because I as much as I like going away, I don't like traveling, and I don't like going somewhere where there's other people.
That is 99% of going away.
Right, so then I don't want to do it. I'd rather just like stay at home. And I came up with this idea with Linda. Like last year, there was a heat wave and it was hot as fuck.
Yeah, there's one coming now too.
Was there one? No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I think it was the year before.
No, seriously, it was.
Oh wait, no,
last year.
sorry,
It's been
you are
every
right.
year for the last 5
Yeah,
years.
no, you're right. No, it was a bad one.
And so our bedroom is in our attic conversion, and so we moved our double mattress from the fucking third floor all the way down to the ground floor to be cooler in the front room, and it was awesome.
For more comfort, yeah.
Yeah, more comforting. It was awesome because I said to Linda, we woke up in the morning, everybody was still sleeping, we're just lying there on the sofa in the front room, we're watching TV, drinking a coffee. It was like we were sleeping over at somebody else's house because you're not in your bed.
But it was your own house.
But it was my own house, so I didn't have
You're like,
food
no one's
over.
making me breakfast in the morning. This is
I can
bullshit.
go to the fridge. So I said to Linda this year, I said, look, if we're not going away, let's just move the mattress down to the front room for a week and pretend we're like an Airbnb, but we'll just not leave the house and walk around and fucking, yeah, fuck it, I ain't going nowhere with people.
He's like, let's go on a holiday. Where are we going? Front room. Yeah, we're not going away this year. Ironically, the girls have a holiday booked. They're going. Donna and Jessica are going away for like 2 weeks to. I think they're going to Cyprus next year, and I'm staying at home to decorate. So it's gonna be fun. Mate, it's gonna be 2 weeks of an 80s montage of me painting like.
I might see if I can get Linda to get in on the holiday. She wants to go on a nice beachy holiday, but
Job done, yeah.
obviously I don't do well with heat, so.
I mean, talk to my wife. You know.
Yeah, I'm certain to get
So
my
we're
wife
not going away. I've got, let's see. So summer wise, we're going Download Festival
Nice.
next month with Hannah and Adrian, like we do with Rockfit. So we're working. We got press tent fucking passes, free bar fucking stages. And then July, I'm going to see Money in the Bank, the wrestling event in London.
SummerSlam as well in August.
I'm not going to that. That's in Chicago.
I didn't
Yeah.
think
It's
you
going to
were.
be expensive.
And then I'm going to, and then when my birthday is September 1st, and then the kids is a week after. We're gonna do a little joint thing. We're going up to Manchester, just go like fucking shopping spree or something.
While we're on the subject of birthdays, motherfucker, you need to start getting some plans because you're 40th this year.
Don't tell everyone.
It's his 40th this year, and if you don't make any plans, then I'm not gonna.
You know,
Go
so you don't get one. Don't get a birthday.
But I just, just be prepared. Like, think of something because it's your 40th. I'm sure we can get you a card or something.
But only if you plan something.
Right. Well, it's 5 months from now, and you got plenty of time to get that card. Like
Man,
you
I
can do
already-
it next week, okay, and then you can just
I've
sit on
already
it.
I've already got your birthday present planned.
Oh, okay.
Really nice card. Yeah. And a comfort.
Oh, God.
It's a
I
card.
don't want you to come forward.
Saving it.
You fuck.
He's building it right now. You know, you remember in Tombs?
He needs to
You remember
try
in
it out.
Tombs where he makes his nest?
Yes. Oh God, where's me Kraken?
Oh my god. Oh, I'm so funny. Next question.
You're gross. You're gross.
He's the one who told you you're getting a present. I brought it up earlier. Oh man.
Yeah, next question. Next question is from Master of Reality.
What up?
What a Master Reality.
What's your guys' fave Sam Raimi directed film that's beside Evil Dead?
Dark Man.
So dark, man. Drag Me to Hell's good.
Oz the Great Powerful.
Yeah,
Besides Evil Dead, I'm going to go with Drag Me to Hell. I
Drag Me
love
to
that.
Hell's a
Love
good
that film.
flick.
I think it's a great, sweet little horror
The,
film.
the old gypsy lady in that is fucking
Yeah,
brilliant.
Mrs. Ganush.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great, great moments. The whole goat sacrifice thing. But yeah, Dark Man is absolutely, because Ted Raimi is just brilliant in that.
Yeah.
As well as
Pops out that suit.
yeah, it's such a great moment.
Yeah. I can't believe they brought back Durant in the second one. His helicopter fucking
Exploding.
Yeah, the second that was literally the tagline, wasn't it? Like the Return of Durant. Like didn't bury it. Like what the fuck? So weird. Take the fucking elephant. Take the fucking elephant.
That's the great moment.
It's when his face starts going, like he runs off. Oh my
The
god!
way the guy pokes him with the two
my
fingers,
God.
and fucking Liam Neeson just
And
looks.
he bends it.
Frances McDormand. You forget it's Frances McDormand.
Yeah,
She's
yeah, absolutely.
fucking
Yeah.
amazing.
I would also say Spider-Man 2. I love the
Yeah.
whole sequence with Dr. Octopus, with all
You
the
don't like that,
chainsaws in the
Yeah.
emergency room. Great.
Yeah, not a
'Cause-
fan of Doc Ock, but no.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No. Mate, Spider-Man 2. Yeah, Spider-Man 2 is fucking epic. I'll go
Yeah.
with it. Fucking amazing PS2 game as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for the question, Master of
question.
Reality. Would you actually have a question from Mongo Mongo?
What a Mungo!
See?
In your opinion, what is the best live music experience you have had and you still talk about to this day?
Never been to one.
Seeing
been to a live music
No.
Australian Pink Floyd. They're basically the
they're
best
amazing.
cover band for
They
for
are
Pink,
fucking
Pink
amazing,
Floyd.
yeah,
They
I've
were
seen
great
them
to see
live.
live.
Yeah.
Saw Korn when they came to our hometown.
Yeah, we saw them there.
That was pretty epic. Saw Muse. They were pretty good. But I think I'd go with the Pink Floyd experience because the whole light show as well was fantastic.
It's funny. It's not the best. It's not the best band I've seen perform. Oh, I'll give you two answers. Fuck it. So, Sonosphere in 2014, Dream Theater dropped just a fucking biblical set that I was just so in. It was amazing. It's the first and only time I'd ever seen Dream Theater live. But not the most recent time, but the very first time I took Jessica to see Ghost live.
Nice, yeah.
She was like 9, and we sat there, and it was Ghost had finally, they definitely come into their own. It was like I think it was, I can't remember which album it was, but it was a much bigger show than I'd seen them at previously. Fucking awesome. Kids stood there throwing up their horns. I'm like, I am a good dad. I fucking knew it.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Ian?
Man, I was just thinking actually. I've never actually been to any major live bands like that. Like I said, I'm more of a movie man than a music man.
Sure, yeah.
I'm
Best
old.
live performance in a movie.
Best live performance in a movie.
Yeah, music performance in a movie. By the way, the answer is the end of Bill and Ted 2.
Well,
God,
no,
rock and
the-
roll
Or Matey on the
to
saxophone in Lost Boys, obviously.
you. Oh, of
The-
course,
the
sexy
thing
sax
is-
man.
For music, for me, I've always like I wanted to go see Limp Bizkit back in the day, or late '90s, but bunch of friends got tickets.
That was the
and
Manchester
then
show.
yeah,
wasn't
and
it?
then when I found out that they were going, I was just like, why the fuck didn't you say anything? You know, I'm a massive Limp Bizkit fan. And it was just like, oh well, we didn't think you'd want to go, and I'm thinking, oh, no, that's more of a you didn't want me to go kind of thing, And this happened a couple of times where people have made plans to go to, like Korn. When Korn came down, it was just like,
Get tickets ASAP because they're going to go.
The thing was, I was working in a clothes shop. Jonathan Davis walked in that morning, and I was just like, I didn't know Korn were in fucking
Plymouth?
Honestly, this is the only memory I have
Can I
of
just tell you,
seeing
do
a
you know
live
how
band.
fucked up that is as well, the fact that you'd seen him that morning.
Yeah.
Because obviously I had tickets, but when I used to work in Games Workshop, I got a phone call from the boys that were working there after I'd left. He'd also gone into Games Workshop that morning.
Yeah.
Because they mentioned they were huge fans. He gave them tickets and
I
backstage
know.
passes.
I was gonna
So
speak.
you should have spoken to
I know. I
because
wanted
they
to speak
ended
to
up
him.
backstage.
His fucking
God damn.
bouncer came up to the counter and was just like, "Do you do Adidas shoes here?" And I was like, "No, because we didn't do shoes." And I said to him,
Of course he wants Adidas
Like, I
shoes.
was calm, I was responsible, and I said, excuse me, is that Jonathan Davis? And he went, yeah, mate, just calm down. And I'm thinking, what do you mean fucking calm? I'm fucking being polite as fuck. And he walked over and said to him, oh, we don't do shoes. And the two of them just walked out. So I was just like, well, you know, all right, don't meet your heroes or anything. It's just a fucking,
Well,
it's just a normal
you didn't
guy.
get to. You should have been like, fucking move, mate.
But honestly,
Yeah.
the only live band I ever remember ever seeing and still loving to this day, and the song is stupid as fuck, is Arnie and the Terminators that I saw up on the Ho back in '92 when they released their song for Terminator 2, which is I'll Be Back, and I watched them live do that. It's the fucking stupidest, goofiest
Tell me I've
fucking
ever
thing.
heard
Fever
this.
dream or something.
No, seriously, I saw them because they were sponsored by Boost and they were just throwing boosts off the stage, and that's where I got addicted to boosts.
Wow, what a story.
I love it.
That's how I got addicted to boosts.
That's why I love the podcast. Seriously, like
It's the whole love-hate relationship with
Oh
Terminators
my
now.
God.
So
Yeah.
if Carl was selling Boost bars instead of drapes,
No, fuck off. Fuck it. He shot John and
No, he'd have had a relapse.
franchise.
oh man,
Oh man.
we got one more question to see us out, and it's from Jay Hines.
What up, Jay?
What's up, man?
Guys, thoughts on the Flash trailer that played before Guardians of the Galaxy 3? I think it looks awesome. Will be the next movie I go pictures to see. Well, Jay, I mean, I have not seen this amount of hype, publicity,
Yeah.
and fever around a superhero movie since fucking the first Batman film, like the first Superman film. It's like you'd think this is the first superhero movie ever made right now. Like everyone's turning around. Tom Cruise demanded an early screening. Spielberg wanted an early screening, and they've both come out and gone, changes the face of superhero movies forever.
Yawn.
I am changed as a person. I have seen the face of God, and it is the Flash movie. And it's like, for real? Like, do people really miss Michael
I
Keaton?
honestly think what they're saying is it's a Michael Keaton Batman movie that's got the
Got
Flash.
the Flash in it.
Yeah.
It's a difficult one. By the way, Jay, I love that you call it the pictures. That's fucking adorable. I mean that sincerely.
That's what my mum calls it.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's a really
It's got some
difficult one
hype
as
now,
well because
yeah.
well, no, but the whole thing because fuck Ezra Miller, he's a piece of shit.
Right.
Ezra
know,
Miller's
like-
a piece of shit, and the movie's
but-
getting, and the whole
but
series getting reset after
I was
this
really
anyway.
kind
So
of like,
what's the point?
Yeah.
If I hadn't have watched that trailer and the trailer that preceded it on Super Bowl, I would still
Cinema.
probably be I would still probably be like, I don't, I'm not gonna go watch it. But man, as soon as he starts dropping like, you want to get nuts, and you see the Batwing by the moon, and I'm just
the
like,
imagery is
I'm
there.
like, oh, this bitch, I'm gonna go see it. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
To answer your question, it was a fucking great
I'm a
hype
sucker for
trailer.
it.
What a fucking
I'm not
trailer.
seeing it in
I-
the cinema. I'm not going to the cinema to watch it simply because fuck Ezra Miller, fuck DC movies. I will happily.
Hey, look, I mean, I can't argue your point.
I will happily watch it because I'm a Batman fan and I like what they plan to do, but I also feel it's too little, too late. You
Well,
know.
What do you mean? It's too little, too late.
Well, James Gunn's resetting the fucking franchise after this. That's the whole point of this movie. Is
Yeah, this
that
is the
whatever
restart,
Flash
yeah.
is going to do is going to reset. So
Well, the thing is, this film had been set up since the dawn of the Justice League.
yeah,
so
I know.
It's kind of ending, but also getting to reboot for what's coming. So.
But you know how excited you get when Marvel drop a movie that you want to
No.
like Guardians, like Guardians of the Galaxy 3 comes out. You're like, I have to go and see that because
I'm
want
following
to see
a director
I want-
with
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lineage
yeah,
of
with a
movies
story.
for that.
yeah,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is
yeah.
with inside this whole universe that they've created
Yeah.
and that they've adapted.
Wait a minute, sorry, that's point. Not to cut you off, but who's even fucking directing this movie?
Oh, what, the Flash one?
Yeah, who's doing it?
The studio?
Yeah, I don't-
The
you know what I mean?
studio?
That's what I mean.
I don't know.
I don't even know.
No,
Yeah.
that's
Nobody's actually talked about
That
the director.
thing is, though,
just
I mean,
Ezra Miller.
also-
I will
Also-
actually look it up now.
It's Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi. also, though, that is my Batmobile as well. I can't wait to see
Yeah.
that fucking Batmobile
Yeah.
fire up
Yeah.
again. I'm
The
going.
Tim Burton
I'm
Batmobile
gonna
was
make
great.
I'm gonna make a come for it when I see that fucking. When I see that fucking Batmobile fire up.
Andres Muschietti.
Oh, It director. That's the It director. We just talked about him.
So the first half of the film probably be really good.
When we get the adults
And
in,
then when
it's
the
gonna
other
fall
Flash
apart.
comes in, she'll be like, oh, this fucking thing.
See, now I like the ideas that they're going behind it, but like I said, it just feels like I'm gonna get the Flash movie and be like, oh wow, that was really really good. And same with remember when they redid Justice League?
Yeah,
The
Snyder.
Snyder, and they were just like,
Yeah,
oh
great.
my god, this is gonna open up. And what's happened since they did it?
Well, it died. The
No,
whole
yeah,
the
right.
Snyderverse is dead.
I don't think that they sold it as kind of like it's going to change. Because
did.
they already had
did,
plans,
there was
but...
the internet
hey, look,
brought it up.
maybe
We
you're
need
right,
to
maybe
see
you're
it.
right,
We
but-
need to see it. And it was great. It was 3 hours long. We'd never seen it before. But they've not capitalised on it.
I will say though, again, just on point of the question, like as a trailer, one thing that was very, very clear about it was, like, it starts off with like, I mean, in all but actually doing it like, you know, I'm Barry Allen and my fucking mum died and now I've travelled back in time and I fixed it.
Yeah.
And now the rest of the movie is about Batman, Supergirl, fucking Zod, and all this other stuff that you're seeing, you know, that you've already seen, that you already know about.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that looks like it's the focus of the movie, you know. Like, okay, and the fact of like, and there's 2 Flashes in it, just like, you know.
I do want to do the Snyder version again. I need to do that because I did really enjoy that. Out of it, in comparison to Endgame and Infinity War, I was just like, Justice League
Yeah.
was almost there, Disney. You should have capitalized on it, and instead you decided to do what you always do and just
Warner Brothers.
sorry, do what you always do and just run off in another direction, thinking you know what we want when actually we're telling you what we want and you're not listening.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing about the James Gunn is, like, what they've basically done is they've gone, we need a Kevin Feige. They've needed a
An
Kevin
overseer.
Feige
Yeah.
figure,
Yeah.
and they've appointed one. Look, hey, listen,
Yeah.
whether James Gunn's the man for the job, I personally am like, well, fucking hell. Like,
He
you
could
know,
do 2 movies.
He's
and
already
then
done
they could,
with what he did with Suicide Squad and Peacekeeper. I'm like, yeah, like,
but
I'm happy to see what he does.
but they've been like how much shit has he had to go through for the last 10 years just to
Yeah,
get
a lot
to
of
that
shit.
stage?
Yeah, he's paid his fucking dues.
He's finished his Superman script. He's in early production for it now.
Oh, yeah.
We'll find out when we get new Superman. That'll tell us all, how, you know, at least then for what's going forward, DC
I
wise.
did watch this little cool video, it was a YouTube short, where it's just like, this guy's like, I can tell you right now why Kryptonite blew up. And it showed you...
Why Krypton blew up.
Krypton blew up. Why Krypton blew up. And so it showed Superman's mum from Man of Steel.
Yeah.
It showed the new girl that's in this one.
Yeah.
And the guy was just implying that all of the fucking Kryptonian... Oh, the woman from Man of Steel, you know, Zod's lieutenant?
Yeah.
All the Kryptonian women are just like hot as fuck. You know, and they just, you know...
Raise the core temperature of the planet.
Just the
Right.
There's a
most-
giant comfort, and that was
Like,
it.
My comfort of solitude.
comfort of solitude.
Jesus.
It's time to end this
We're done.
podcast.
We're
I
out.
think
This is
we're
it.
done.
We've reached our fucking peak now.
Yeah, all
Sorry.
the tissue's
You don't get no
gone.
better than that.
The tissue's gone.
Oh god. Oh, thank you everyone for tuning in and submitting your questions. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. We'll be back next month. Of course, new film reviews on Thursdays. You can find us on Facebook, on Twitter, and
Yes.
on Patreon. And don't forget to join our Discord. Ian, Andy, pleasure as always.
Sweet.
Thank you so much, everyone, and we'll see you on the next one.
Love your faces.
Awesome.
What
I
has
am-
Ian been on or drinking? Nothing. This
He's
is me
that's sober. That's
This
the
is why
problem.
we
That's the problem.
normally make him drink. Just pound like a one hitter or something.
Just something.
Fucking level him out.
Just level him out because my brain works on a multiple levels. Could be worse. Could be Ezra Miller.
Could be worse. I could be Ezra Miller, Your Honor. Is what he said in court.
He needs to be banned from Wiki. I can't be banned from it. Freedom. Freedom.
He writes it.
Yeah, guys, thank you for joining us for that one. Dead Medics, Jay, staying in for the end. Jeeve79, I did see Nella. I think Nella's still probably
Heroes
eating
in the
his
chat as
fish
always.
and chips or
Hell
spag
yeah.
ball or something. Yes, thank you for joining the podcast, everyone. Fist bumps around. Boom, boom, boom. Hope you enjoyed all your answers to your questions. I mean, we just wing it. That didn't do too bad. We said we'd wing it, and we do it every time.
Yeah, that's
Kick
pretty
ass.
much the way
Smashed
we the way we do it.
That's how we do it. It's natural. Natural.
Voyage
Voyage is still there
What now?
lacking. Nicely done, my voyage. Craig's house is still whose house?
I said Craig's house.
Martin.
Thank you so much, everyone. Master Reality,
Master
Mr. Will, Jay,
Reality.
Craig's house, Richie, Mahoyage, Jeeves, Souza. I don't think I missed anyone. That's all I can see in the
Yeah,
chat right
yeah.
now. That's all.
I did see Souza was a little bit pissed off earlier because they said that how
Oh.
you got money in the bank tickets because they're an O2 priority customer and they couldn't get any.
We had a buddy of ours in work who came with us. What's the last one we went to? Clash at the Castle. Ironically, though, I think that's why he got them, because we got some kind of priority tickets. Maybe he's on 01.
Yeah.
Okay.
You had to wait. But, yeah. Same kind of thing. So I didn't personally buy the tickets. I don't do the logistics for it, which is
No,
cool.
I don't
It's one of the
either.
few things I don't have to do the logistics
Yeah.
for. It's like we got one of the guys does the tickets, one of the guys does like the travel, and then I just turn up and drink. It's
Yeah.
like, yay!
Nice.
It's like when people are saying, Ian, are you going? I'm like, no, I'm going to watch it from home because did you hear what I said about travelling? I'm going to watch it.
Traveling.
Travelling?
Well,
Confirmed Roman for it, so I'll
No,
enjoy
that was-
watching him defend
They
his
confirmed
title.
it and then they denied it.
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
Now he's confirmed for it.
Well, different news outlets.
well, chat. It is unfortunately that time to end the stream. I
Yes.
need to get these guys out the door.
Need to go
They need to
home.
get back home to their wives and safe words and comforts and stuff.
Comforts.
We, however, though, are going to go on a raid.
I'm gonna get home and be like, "Baby, want to do this thing I heard about tonight?"
It's really
It's gonna take
comforting.
you-
grab the blanket.
It's going to take you a couple of days to get the walls at least. And it's not
Oh,
a four
jeez.
unless it's got a drawbridge.
I'm gonna watch X Files when again.
Solza with a gift sub to Cosmic Vampire Potato. Thank you so much, Solza, for that gift sub at the end there. Really appreciate that. Everyone, we are going to go on a raid, but I just want to say I'm going on holiday soon, but I am streaming next week. Yo, Matrix, awesome to see you, dude.
Yes.
I will be streaming on Monday and Wednesday, usual times next week. I'm probably, most definitely, going to be having a look at Starship Troopers
have you got?
Extermination. So
27th.
come with me on Monday
27th,
and kill some
28th.
bugs.
Just-
We'll
yeah,
build
exactly.
our own comfort. And I will see you then. We're going to go and
Yeah,
raid
swing by
Ultra
around, we'll be at
Average
the house.
Gaming, who's currently playing Star Wars Jedi Survivor. So when we get in there, drop a fist bump, drop a follow if you're not already. He's an awesome streamer with tons of energy, and I promise you'll have a good time when you get there. So,
Where's Saeed?
and if not, build your own comfort. And I will see you guys on Monday. It's just good. That's it.
They
Last time
moan
we'll
at
ever
me
hear
for
it.
this shit and then they take it and just go running with it. Oh, you know where he said it. We can just fucking, as many comforts as we want.
Let's go. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.
Peace.
Da, da,